probably makes a lot of money, who's paid to make decisions, thought it was a good idea to have this show cover 3 different words during the Calta Cash giveaway. So if you thought you got annoyed when we forgot one word, now we have the opportunity to forget 3 words every day. If you're not clued in to the new contest here on 102.5 The Bone, it is the, are we calling it the Calta Cash? Calta's Cash?
Calta's Cash.
It is the Calta Cash summer giveaway.
No, wait. Mike Calta vacay payday.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah,
the Mike Calta vacay payday. Who doesn't want $1,000? All you got to do is go to the 102.5 The Bone app. This is going to happen on Tuesdays and Thursdays every week, and you're going to have a bunch of opportunities to win because there's going to be many, many words throughout the day. So you can put in your word as many hours of the day as you're there to listen for it at around, I think it's going to be at 5 o'clock. They're going to draw a winner. So you can go to theboneonline.com or to the 102.5 The Bone app. The 1 o'clock word is goal. That word is goal. Go get that money. Hopefully you can win $1,000. I think there's a good chance that you might win $1,000. Congratulations. I was really hoping that I'd be able to mess with Mike Olivero because he's in an important meeting, and it's like a really, really high-level meeting with all the bigwigs in there. So I did not feel like poking the bear, but I was going to call him because I started asking him questions about the cash giveaway and about the money and how I do it and stuff. And he was very stiff with me.
Really?
Yeah.
Go figure.
Well,
maybe he's just having a stressful day.
Maybe he is. Maybe he had this big
with the big meeting.
It feels like I was going to do all this while he was here, but he's not here.
Do you think it's one of those things, because this is a text exchange, where you're just reading it wrong? Because there are times where I text things and I go, that sounds like I'm mad, and I have to tell someone, my bad, that came out weird. You know?
That's actually a great question, Diz.
Okay.
So how about
we're gonna run through it?
How about I was trying to think of a fun name for this what we're gonna do, where it's there's a reason to be mad, or no, you're just sad. How about that?
Okay.
So, and again, my plan was to do this with him here, but he's in a very high level meeting, so I can't do it. I wanted to relive our text messages together. I really just wanted to call him at 1 o'clock and go, how do I put in the word? What do I do?
John lost.
Yeah. At 8:53 this morning, I say, so we are telling people to put these words into the app? Maybe that was a dumb question.
No, because I found it somewhere, but I initially didn't see that it was essentially just like the Bone bonus. No, because that's a good question, because I will say Nicole asked me about it today, and she goes, where do I enter it? I go, I don't know the app. Like, I said it like a question, like I'm questioning her.
Yeah. So that was it. That was the first question, and then he responded with, just like Bone bonus, everything is in the email. It doesn't get any simpler.
Okay.
Where are we now? Is that a little bit of edge to it? A little bit of bite?
No. I think, well, I think there's a little sarcasm.
It doesn't get any simpler.
No. Yeah.
And again, we love Mike Olivero, but it is very well documented that he can be he can be gruff.
Okay.
He can be rubbed the wrong way. You can reach out to him at the wrong time. So just like the Bone bonus, everything is in the email. It doesn't get any simpler, which I said. Usually there's a script, which I do not believe is included on this, because they include a little script, and I like to read them.
Yes.
Rather than play the sounder, I just like to read it and say the word and move on.
And not only do they send a script, it stands out.
Yeah.
When they send the email, you're like, oh, this is definitely a script. It's a lot larger font, so we don't miss it. You're saying you didn't see one in the emails.
Right.
Okay.
So here's where it starts heating up. And again, I wish Mike Olivero could have been here. He's in a high-level meeting.
Yes.
So I'm not speaking out of turn here. I wish to have this conversation with him, but I'm just working through my emotions. The sounder gets played. I can send the copy we're putting in the promo if that helps. And this is where the heat really picks up. No response. Anytime a man fires off back-to-back text messages, there's a little bit of heat coming.
Okay.
Crazy that the smartest group of on-air talent is confused. and the shows on the music stations are question-free.
Ooh.
Here's the thing that really got me, dude.
Ooh. Is he shrilling for the music rotation, DJs?
Here's where it really gets me, dude. Crazy the smartest group of on-air talent is confused, and the shows on the music station are question-free. Here's where it gets me. SMH. Wow.
There's something to that.
Right, dude. I mean, not in my email, not in my feelings, am I? Am I in my feet? I mean, dude,
he's shaking his head.
You hit a grown man with an SMH, and I mean, he's gonna feel some sort of way. And I will tell you with Mike Olivero, it's always like dad energy. You know what I mean? Like it's not like at this point I'm mad. But I'm mostly like he's making it feel like he's disappointed.
Yes, he's sunning you. He's saying like, "Come on, man, roll with the big dogs. We all get it. What's wrong with you, boy?" Maybe he didn't say boy, but
boy, little bitch boy. On the music stations are question-free SMH, and he does one of these things, which this is classic. This is big time corporate move right here, where they end it. They kind of started off nice. Yeah. They're mean in the middle, and then they're nice at the end. Let me know how to help. Bone had the most entries the first 2 hours.
Oh.
And then I did respond in what could be one of. I don't get spicy. Yeah. I don't bring heat, but maybe I did a little bit.
I want to hear this.
And I think I might regret this.
Yeah.
And again,
it might come back to haunt you.
I wish he was here to talk through this with me, and maybe at 2:30 or 3 or whenever he's done with his meeting, we'll be able to talk about it. And I said, well, it's almost like they have all the time in the world to worry about this when we're busy putting on a show.
Boom. Shots fired.
Got it.
Yeah.
In all caps. Thanks for your help.
You should have put a thumbs up. Because he hit you with the SMH. You got to counter that with something.
And then there was a little bit of...
or like a little okay sign.
Yeah, well, that's white power. Then there was a little bit of friendly banter. I think we're both very similar in that as soon as the heat reaches the peak, we then start baby-facing with each other. So it pretty much simmered down from there. But I did want to work through my emotions with him live on the air. And again, high-level meeting. It'll be over at 2:30. So we'll have another word for you at 2 o'clock. And then at 3 o'clock. And then Drew will have one at 4 o'clock. Drew really got it good, dude, because I think.
There's no 5.
There's no 5. The winner is drawn at 5. So he'll have it at 5. And then, or he'll do the one at 4, and then I don't know if he'll draw the winner, announce the winner at 5. But then you guys, you had 2, obviously, with JP. Yes. So Johnny B had 1, and then was the first one at 6?
Did 2? Did we do 2?
Yeah, I think. Well, I think you were supposed to. Yeah, 11 and.
Yeah, we did. Sorry, we did because we didn't have the music for the
11
first.
and 12.
Yes. Yeah, us and the morning show have the most.
Yeah, they have the most. Well, you really put the weight on the people that haven't really messed up in the past, and we never forget the word. Never. We always get the word out there.
Yeah, so why not triple that? Instead of one word, give us 3.
Give us 3. I mean, one. I will say I've got the triple alarms rocking right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I just got a.
We're still gonna miss one.
Oh, I just got a. I'm not going to name this person, but I did get a text from somebody, very respected official in the building, that said, Mike talks to me like that every day. To know him is to love him. LOL. and then she's absolutely right. She's absolutely right. Those are the reasons we love. Those are the reasons we love Mike Olivero, is because he breaks us down and then he builds us back up. Yeah. That's what he does. I was thinking this morning, I've been seeing little warnings on the news, and the weather that plays on this very radio station has been talking about the fact that for the next however many days, there is a heat dome over top of us, and it is going to feel like it is 100 degrees. And I remember years ago bringing this up on Drew Garabo Live in the afternoon and being blown away, and I'm hoping to get calls from these people today, being blown away by the people that live locally and live in the state of Florida and do not have air conditioning in their home.
Okay.
Which I cannot. I don't know what it is. Maybe it is actually getting hotter every year, but last year, the year before, and this year, it feels like we went from 0 to 100 literally in the temperature, like very, very quick. Like there was no ramp up, there was no warm up, there was no here we go. It was like it was kind of cold, and then next thing you know, it was 100 degrees. I can't even fathom the fact that. So I grew up in Michigan, and obviously, it's cold a big portion of the year. Like the summers today, I was looking at the town I lived in or grew up in today. It was 97 degrees. It's like we had hot-ass summers, and we did not have central air conditioning in our house until I was 13 years old.
Oh, my God.
So it was kind of a sad way that it came about, because my grandpa, who was very sick, eventually came and lived with us. And when they brought in like a hospital bed, and I mean, it was a whole thing. And they said, if he's going to live in this house, you guys have to get air conditioning.
Yeah, you have to make it comfortable.
So when we got the central air that was pumping, I remember being 13 years old and like barely being able to fathom the fact that cold air was coming through the same vents that the heat came through, because up until that point, it was, and we would get these long stretches of hot weather in Michigan every summer. but my mom and dad had a window unit in their bedroom. So what we would do is everybody would sleep in their room. Like we would make like on those nights, we would make you familiar with the term pallet?
Yes.
Like we would make a pallet on the floor and everybody would sleep in my parents' room. But to think that there are people that go out, work all day, do whatever they're going to do, and then go home to a house where they cannot make it 72 degrees or I run it real cold. I'm rocking like a 68. Almost.
That's good. That's where we go.
Almost on the rec. To think that people just get home, maybe they got a fan and they just cook in 100-degree weather. That is the next evolution of Florida man. And if I remember correctly, I remember people saying, like, I've never lived in a house that had air conditioning. Old ass people. Like I've lived in Florida my whole life and have never, ever had air conditioning.
My parents keep it cold. When I was staying with my grandparents during college years, they would run hot because they stayed in the basement. So for them, the house was already cold for them all the time. So I'd be upstairs sweating. And I remember when we got one of those AC units you put in the window, not that it sticks in the window, that has like the funnel to the window. Yeah. It was living in heaven. When 2020, when I went through the breakup or whatever, and I was dating girls, there's this one girl that we called Mercedes on Roger and JP. And when I stayed with her, huge red flag, she would keep the house at 81.
Oh, geez.
And that's during the summer.
But I mean, I feel like sometimes if you don't know, if you would have never known what 68 degrees, like, by the way, I feel like we got an angry text message from my
Wait, why are you bringing me into
you were copied on it.
Oh, what was?
He just
CC'd me?
And he also, he kept it brief enough to be terrifying.
Oh, man.
Dude, that's scary, right?
I don't like this. I don't like that text. Listen.
He's just playing. He's just playing. Good luck to you.
You see where my loyalty is because I'm going through this now with you.
Good luck to you. Good luck to you. Like that to me is code for you're dead to me.
Yes. It's kind of now just like, well, we've moved on from this relationship.
That's exactly what it is. By the way, this is Senning Show. If you'd like to participate today, 800-771-1025. You can hit us up on social media. X and Instagram are great spots to do so. At the John Senning, at Dizzy for Mayor. And if you've been sleeping under a rock, you can now watch The Bone. And you can do it in multiple different ways, whether it be at the 1025 The Bone Facebook page, which is super easy. If you want to get your chat on, if you like being in the mix of people who are listening along with you, seems like the place to do that is the 1025 The Bone YouTube page. All of the shows are live. The one thing that people are slowly realizing, it starts a new video with every show.
Yes.
So some people seem to get very confused, like they don't know how to find their way back in, but just know that after every show, a new stream starts and a new, you'll have to get out of there and go to a new show. But it's very, very cool. I think we're long overdue to have that option. For people to watch. So if you want to do all those things, please do. Did you text him back? Why did I get copied on this?
Yeah.
Now I'm getting nervous.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to do this. I wanted to do this with him here. Like I was really not trying to have that be out there, but I guess that's the case now.
We're dead to him now.
It seems like we. I'll take the fall for you.
I mean, I'm here now.
I'll say you had nothing to do with it.
No, he heard us. I was kind of shrilling.
No, I don't think he's in an important meeting. He didn't hear it. So the worst part about him being mad at us is he got it secondhand, probably from somebody who might not like us. So they were like, "Hey, these pricks are burying you." Said you hurt his feelings, all of these things. But that's not the case. That's not the case at all. Again,
we were trying to work through your feelings and find out if you were overreacting, which you weren't, and see how that went.
Dude, I got to get your opinion on something. You're big on the snitch or not to snitch. Now, this is like reverse. This is reverse snitching, and I'm almost hesitant to bring it up because I don't want these folks rolling up here saying that I'm trying to alert anybody to anything. But I'll just say, I saw on social media this morning some people posting about the fact that ICE is in town, and specifically telling people where ICE was going to be and telling them spots to avoid.
That's snitching?
No, I don't know if that's reverse snitching.
That's reverse snitching.
That is reverse snitching.
That's looking out for your boys, you know what I'm saying?
Well, when you say your boys, you like your boys.
Now, okay, so brings up a good question to me because in this scenario, I kind of get it. I mean, I wouldn't. I'd be like, on the lookout.
That again, do whatever you think is right. I do not know, to be honest with you, if there is a legality there. Like if I decided to go on the air right now and say, hey, they are here right now. They're going to be here all afternoon. If you're in the area, you need to get the hell out. I don't know for a fact that I'm not doing something illegal. So I'm not personally on the airwaves willing to go that far with it, but people are taking to social media and being a little more specific about exactly where they are and telling people not to go to certain spots.
So where I was going to work in a same kind of question with this, is it irresponsible for the people who will go on social media and be like, hey, just to let you know, the exit on Veterans to Hillsborough has people, the car people, the ride program. Is that irresponsible of you? Because now you're just kind of saying, hey, I know you might be drinking. Don't go this way.
That's a very, very interesting parallel to draw. Because, I mean, I will tell you this. When it comes to blasting out a speed trap or them trying to do a DUI stop, I'm not sure. If you do it publicly, I'm not sure that anybody's going to come after you. But I'm trying to think. They passed a law, or there was some sort of precedent set about people flashing their lights at other people.
I think that was when people were just speed traps, right?
Flashing lights at others for I think that I forget which direction it went because they definitely ruled on it.
Because I remember that was like my pops. We would always drive to Canada because it's cheaper than flying, and when I was younger, I remember my dad saying there's a speed trap up ahead. I'm like, how do you know that? He goes, because they're flashing. And I was like, what?
They did rule on it. Flashing headlights to warn other drivers about police presence is generally considered a form of protected speech under the First Amendment in the United States. While it may be legal, some specific actions like using high beams within close proximity to oncoming traffic could be a separate legal charge. But just flashing lights, it is. I mean, there's absolutely a parallel to draw because you are alerting others of potential law enforcement interaction or something they could be doing illegal. Telling people where ICE is going to be, it's obviously has much larger ramifications.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you're drinking and driving, that would be bad. You could end up in jail. It could ruin your life in a lot of ways. You could end up killing somebody. If it's a speeding thing, you just get a ticket. We're talking about people potentially being, no offense, yoked up and taken back to God knows where. So the ramifications are a lot more serious. But I saw one this morning and I thought, that was interesting. And then I was on a couple different Instagram stories. I saw specific locations with addresses. I saw pictures of where people think that they are and all of that. And I'll give you this little tidbit. It was in Pinellas County. I don't know if this is a full Tampa Bay wide thing, but it was in Pinellas County. And I'm not, I don't really know how to feel. I don't automatically go, why are you doing that? Like, what? That's messed up. You got to let them take it. That's not my first thought. I'll say that. It's not also, yay, keep doing that.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of, I don't know whether most people would think it was right or wrong. I imagine a lot of people would be pretty pissed off if they knew there were those out there. And probably, here's a question to ask the people out there. Do you think that if you are alerting people to the presence of ICE, specifically where they are, should you then be charged with a crime?
Oh, it's a good question. Oh, man. I feel like...
Well, I know you probably don't think so because reverse snitching.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like, legally there is something there because you're impeding. Is that a criminal? That's criminals to them, technically, right?
I mean, per the law, yes, they are doing something illegal by being in the country illegally.
Yeah.
And not, yes, they are breaking the law.
Because I imagine it'd be like those New Orleans guys, the guys who broke out of the prison.
Yeah.
I imagine if you tipped off one of the people that were on the run, like, hey, don't show up to this gas station, keep it moving. They're looking for you there. They know you pumped gas there the other day. You would get in trouble for aiding and abetting.
Yeah.
So is that the similar thing with this?
I think there could be something, and that's I'll tell you.
Is Mo in tomorrow? Or Thursday?
No,
Thursdays usually.
Ironically enough, he's in Mexico.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Ironically, he is not here. I will tell you this: you want a little extra. I'm not telling you who it is, but you want a little extra dirt on the whole thing.
Yeah.
The first person I saw posting about it, I believe still works at this radio station.
Oh.
I'm not going to out them just because I don't know the legalities of all of this.
Yeah.
So I don't want to get that person in trouble, but I will say it is somebody who I believe still works at this radio station as of today. So
Will Kuntz.
No.
Will Kuntz is looking out
he
for
would be,
all the immigrants that got here illegally.
He would be putting a false trail out. He'd be like, hey, they're actually here. Don't go here. And then he'd go, but I know a safe place you can go. Yeah. And then the safe place is where ICE is actually posted up. We did get another response from Mike Olivero. It's really, it's deteriorating quickly. And this is why I should have just waited till we had him in here, because I knew people were going to deliver the message in a proper manner. I heard you guys were trashing me.
Oh, no.
All good.
Oh, no.
No, it gets worse.
Can we just stop it there and say, when he hears something like that, he goes, I'm all good.
Well, it gets worse.
That's scary.
He's not just all good. It gets worse. Mike O Radio Show. Make sure you listen every Saturday. It's a hell of a show. Him and Corey Cardinal.
Please do. And go on his Instagram, like his posts.
Yeah, please. Can we do that? Can we try to make a peace offering here? If you're available, please go to what's his
Mike Olivero
on X, right?
No, I think it's just Mike Olivero, isn't it?
Yeah, if you could find Mike Olivero on our behest and please send him good graces, tell him how much you love him, how much you respect him. Keep in mind, we did a tribute to Mike Olivero just not too long ago because we do love the guy. But the text isn't over. It goes on to say, enjoy giving away Bone prize packs of old T-shirts and DVDs that are 6 years old.
Like COVID.
Yeah, dude, it's not over yet.
What?
Any ticket requests personally for you guys are available at Ticketmaster.com.
We got Bone Thugs coming up, and this is what we do?
I would say at this point, your best bet is to separate yourself from me as much as possible. And I know
text them on the side. Hey, I know you're mad, but look.
I would say to protect yourself. I didn't brief you on the fact that I was going to bring any of this up. I didn't brief you on any of that. So I would text them on the side and say, hey, dude, he's unhinged. This guy's ego's out of control. I don't know why he felt the need to bring up these personal text messages between you two. He's gone off the deep end. I support anything that you want to do in regards to him, but that's not me.
You know, it's really hot out. He's getting frustrated.
That is it. That's what it is. He's getting very frustrated about the heat. He's chafing. Tell him I'm chafing. Dude, nothing worse than some chafe.
Yes.
All right.
That's why I carry baby powder around my bag.
Are you a baby powder guy? You chafer?
I mean, I don't. Just in case.
Yeah.
I'm not like a frequent chafer.
I used to be a
case
chafer.
Emergencies.
Dude, I used to be a big chafer. I haven't chafed
in a while.
It? Probably when I was moving around more. When I did jobs that it caused me to move more. Now I'm
mobile.
Exactly. Yeah. Serving. Well, you'll get chafed up. Senning Show. You're on the air. Who's this? You're live on the air.
Hey, John.
Hey, who's this?
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, it's Josh. I just wanted to say Olivero's cool, and his balls smell great.
That is, you are absolutely right.
He took the words out of her mouth.
He is very cool, and I have heard that his balls do smell great. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, a local story. You may remember a few weeks back, I had an issue with a neighbor, and I said my main concern is that they're going to go crazy and just start attacking me and bothering me every day. Well, that's what happened to one man in St. Pete, and I'm willing to part with some prizes. It's the last we'll ever have if Mike Olivero has his way. So enjoy him while you can. For your crazy neighbor story, 800-771-1025. If you've considered getting new windows, it's time to get in touch with my good friends at Reese Windows. With hurricane season not just coming, it's here. Now is the time to protect your home with hurricane impact windows from Reese. They're affordable, energy efficient, and come with a double lifetime warranty, which even transfers when you sell your home, boosting its value. Reese installs windows in just 6 to 8 weeks, which is also huge. If you've ever gotten windows, it can take months and months and months for them to even get there. And for a free quote, all you got to do is text TRUST to 20129, and you're also going to be registered for your chance to win $15,000 in free windows. Reese is proud to support St. Jude's Children's Hospital, and they've been providing peace of mind for over 50 years. Your next keyword coming up in just 30 minutes. Don't miss it. Love you, Mike Olivero. Still high. This is a warning. We got to get down to this place.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Download the free Bone app to listen to us anywhere. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
Are you ready to elevate your social game? This is John Senning here for Cava Social Club in downtown Bradenton, your go-to spot for fun and relaxation 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is not just any hangout. It's a community social club with incredible weekly events on Wednesday, karaoke night, where you can unleash that inner rock star. On Thursday, test your knowledge with trivia night, great questions, great prizes, and even better company. You need some relaxation? Well, treat yourself on any one of their many massage nights and let your stress just melt away. Showcase your talents at open mic night or strategize with fellow enthusiasts with the ever-popular Sunday Chess Club. The night market is a must-visit with local vendors, delicious food, and handcrafted goodies that are sure to make it a night to remember. Dive into the amazing events going on at Cava Social Club today and visit them online at thecavasocialclub.com and on social media at Cava Social Club. Cava Social Club, where your vibe attracts your tribe. Boola, baby!
Need a new fence that stands tall? Look no further.
I'm so glad I went to Fence Outlets. Their team really nailed it, and my home has been completely elevated by my new fence. Thanks, Fence Outlet.
Go to fenceoutlet.com to book your free estimate. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Your water may not be safe. Forever chemicals that stay in the body for years have been found in drinking water. Call Morgan & Morgan at 1-800-555-6666 or visit forthepeople.com/PFAS. Offices Orlando and throughout Florida.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
John Senning here. Are you ready to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Well, pick up your phone right now and text the word TRUST to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code YEAR to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. $5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? back. If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code MEGA to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code MEGA for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code MEGA for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. You can save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle this summer. Hey, it's JP, and my friends at Mark Spain Real Estate can sell your home with the strongest all-cash offer in the industry and help you move on your timeline. With over 67,000 satisfied clients, you could trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
If you've been hurt in an accident, call Bernetti PA. We make it easy. In fact, you can hire us by phone, over the internet, or we'll come to you. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Lakeland, Tampa, St. Pete.
Experience the summer of music with Neutral and 102.5 The Bone. You could win tickets to some of the biggest shows of the year, including Thomas Rhett, The Weeknd, Jason Aldean, or you could win one of dozens of Neutral prizes like coolers and hats. Neutral. Keep it tasty. Just visit any participating Circle K location in Florida and scan the QR code on the Neutral Summer of Music poster to enter.
When it really matters, choose Farrah and Farrah. Here for you, here for good. Tampa.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You might know nothing, but at least you'll know that thing. Brought to you by Just Call Mo, Tampa's injury attorney. That thing. It's time for That Thing, right now on Senning Show.
1, 2, you know what to do. Let's get the thing started. We came to party, follow my lead. Okay, now you got it, whiskey, and we don't need nothing stronger.
I like to keep you on your toes. You know, will a song play? Will there be anybody here when it's time to come back? You let me know. The thing was, I felt like I was looking at it because I knew I was pushing it, and I just totally spaced out.
I thought Mike Oliverio came in here and pulled you at the studio.
He shut me down.
Yeah.
That was actually... This isn't an excuse for why this show didn't start when it was supposed to. But, so my buddy, Russo the librarian, I helped him with some students recording the national anthem for their graduation. And the lovely teacher, Miss Doss, who came up here with them, she's making me a giant boiled peanut.
Oh.
It's a boiled peanut seafood boil.
Oh.
Dude, it's boiled peanuts, but it's got crab legs and like ham hocks and all this stuff in it. And she was calling me to coordinate a pickup on it. And clearly it was very riveting to me because I forgot that we were doing a radio show. So welcome back to Senning Show, 800-771-1025. You can watch along. 1025 The Bone YouTube and Facebook page. I still get random messages. It's always interesting to me, the things that seem to resonate with people more than others. I'll still get a random message and people will go, hey, whatever happened to that neighbor that was spraying his grass clippings onto your driveway?
Yeah.
Did you ever confront him? Did anything ever happen? Well, the short answer to that is no. Nothing happened. And the interesting tie-in is that he just did it like 3 days ago.
Again.
Here's why I was able to find a little bit of peace in the fact that I just let it slide. They're gone for, I think, 4 or 5 months. They leave for a large portion of the year. So I knew that it was him mowing his lawn the last time before they went away for months on end.
He was cucking you last time.
He was like, let me get this bitch boy real quick. And the thing that was interesting is he spread it out over 2 days. So he like went and weed whacked and then sprayed that in my driveway. And then the next day came back and mowed and then sprayed that in my driveway.
And I know he's going in there and telling his wife, she's like, are you done? He goes, no, well, I'm going to spread this out. And she's going, he's absolutely going to say something to you, honey. He goes, watch this.
Well, the thing is, everything about what you're saying is just factually untrue because he doesn't have a wife. He lives with his mom.
Oh, well, he's telling his mom that.
It is a man who lives with his mom. No problems with that. And they're also, I explained this before, they're from another country. So they go to their homeland for the summer, and that's where they are. That's where they are right now. So I will not. It's kind of interesting, dude. Neighbors on both sides of us gone for, I think, months and months on end, which is kind of fun. Not that I can think of anything to do. I asked my wife, I said, what can we do? Like, what can we get away with? I'm like, we could park in their driveway. We can maybe have a little party. Like, what can we get away with no neighbors? So he did do it. I think it was because I think they left on Monday. So it must have been Friday night, I think, that he really sprayed me down. He really sprayed me down good.
Hey, yo.
And the thing is that I didn't mow my own lawn this week. Sometimes when I just can't get out there, I have somebody come and help me. So I knew that somebody else was going to spray it up for me. But I say all of that, and when we talked about my situation initially, I said what I'm scared of is getting one of these absolute insane neighbors that just loses their mind because you said something to them or they believe you did them wrong or disrespected them, and then they make it their life's work to terrorize you and just do things that are going to bother you until the end of time. So
he's bothering you.
Well, he is bothering,
and it's going to last until the end of time.
That is true. But I mean, I can deal with this for now. I will have a breaking point, and I don't know what that breaking point is, but I will have one day. And when I get there, I'll let you know. And I'm about to dig into a local story from St. Pete about an absolutely insane neighbor, but I will be parting with either a pair of Busch Gardens tickets or Monster Jam tickets if you want to call in and give us your terrible neighbor tales.
Complimentary of Mike Olivero. Our man, Mike Olivero.
Oh, by the way, if we're gonna share text messages that Mike Olivero are sending, then we've got to share the ones that are really really well thought out. So he's so upset that he formed an acronym for my last name, SENNING. Soon enough, never remembering the nice things I did for you, no gratitude.
Man's a poet.
So clearly things are escalating between myself and Mike Olivero. I thought we were going to have a fun little playful thing. I don't think he's taking it that way. So
no. Again, I said, listen, don't let John divide us and all this. And I tried to appeal to the fact that we're both Canes fans. And he said, you are who you are, Diz. You chose sides.
Yeah. So not only have I ruined my relationship with Mike Olivero, I've ruined Dizzy's as well. And I should apologize to everybody listening because these prizes we give away this week will most likely be the last prizes we ever give away on Senning Show. So just know if you get your hands on these Busch Gardens tickets or these Monster Jam tickets because of your terrible neighbor at 800-771-1025, you will be getting the last batch of prizes ever given away on Senning Show, which is nice. During the first 5 months of this year, and this is one of those stories from the Smoking Gun, which are always interesting to me because the Smoking Gun will get the story before the local news. Like you'll see this on the Smoking Gun before it hits WFLA or WFTS or TSP or any of that stuff. During the first 5 months of this year, a 72-year-old Florida man has placed 3,400 calls to 911, pushing his five-year total to 16,000 calls to the police. According to investigators who arrested the reoccurring caller for allegedly stalking a neighbor. Police last week responded to a 911 call claiming that someone was shooting an AR-15 rifle in the roadway outside of a St. Petersburg residence. When officers arrived at the home, they discovered a family barbecue with small children at play. With regard to the reported gunplay, numerous neighbors advised that such an event did not occur, according to a police report. The complaint was Samuel Lee Thomas, the complainant, the guy who formed the complaint, was Samuel Lee Thomas, who lives across the street from where the shooting reportedly happened. Police communication records show Thomas this year dialed police 647 times to make complaints about the neighboring home. He made allegations about narcotics, firearms usage, disorderly conduct, and suspicious activity. Anquinette Peterson, she's 34, who lives at the targeted property, told the cops that the 911 calls had resulted in hundreds of interactions with police and that Thomas frequently stops in front of their residence to yell obscenities at her and her family. Oh, my God. Concluding that it was readily apparent that Thomas was utilizing the police to maliciously harass his neighbor and her family. This guy supposedly had no legitimate purpose. Cops busted Thomas for stalking and false report of a crime. He was also charged with resisting arrest for allegedly tussling with the officers when they tried to handcuff him. Peterson said she wanted to press charges against the guy because she was fearful that the constant police calls could escalate into a potentially dangerous situation, adding that her family had already suffered severe emotional distress. So this is clearly the extreme end of what can go wrong with a neighbor, but who's to say that I don't accost my neighbor for spraying his grass in my yard, and the next thing you know, he's like, well, I'm going to show this son of a bitch. And he starts firing off 911 calls going, I swear I'm hearing him beat his dog over there. I swear I saw his wife walking out to the car with a black eye the other day. A black eye, not a black guy.
Okay. How's that illegal? Yeah. I mean, different times.
Well, if he really wanted to get psychological, he would come over to me and go, hey, I saw your wife leaving with a black eye.
That's a good point.
You tell the cop she had a black eye. You tell me she has a black guy. And then you just stir all of the trouble up.
I got to be honest. As much as I hate this, kind of a funny power move this guy's doing.
I mean, dude.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Hey, if you're okay with child trafficking, which apparently they're doing across the street, that's fine, officer. And then they have to go investigate.
I mean, that's insane, though. His telephonic activities extended beyond just those people's household. According to the criminal complaint, he made approximately 3,400 calls to the police this year, 16,000 in the last 5 years. The complaint does not detail the nature or target of those additional 911 calls, but indicates that with regard to Thomas, there was no reason to believe that there were mental health issues or drug or alcohol. Well, that just can't be true.
Do you think it's just that, we know what it was because they said there was no issue that led to this.
Well,
there had to be.
That they know of. I mean, what could be nothing to you could be enough for your neighbor to call 911 16,000 times in the span of 5 years.
As simple as they didn't clean up all the poop with their dog, walked their dog, and he was like, hey, clean this up. And they were like, hey, man, F you. And he's like, I'm going to get you.
By the way, I don't want to get on a side tangent about this. Our neighborhood has been very, very good over the years that I've lived there, people picking up their dog poop.
Yeah.
We clearly have somebody new in the neighborhood because within the same 15-foot stretch of sidewalk right up from my house, dude, there is a massive dog, and these people are not cleaning it up every day. And I spent an unhealthy amount of time this morning thinking about what I could do to try and get to these people. And I thought about seeing if I could get little flags made, and then put them. What I really wanted to do, this is insane and a little too far. I wanted to get little flags made that said sample taken for DNA testing. This is an illegal act. Clean up after your dog. And then put the little flags on all the dog poop in the street. And I thought maybe that would be enough to freak them out.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
They are punking you in your goddamn neighborhood right now.
You're saying I got grass in my yard.
Clippings. You got dog feces everywhere. Bro.
You're painting a picture that I do not appreciate, but noted. It tells a tale.
They want you out.
Trust me. If
they start burning crosses, you need to leave.
I am the unofficial neighbor or the mayor of my neighborhood. Nobody wants me out.
They don't.
They want.
Is that what you feel?
I think so.
I mean, it sounds like they're bullying you out.
I thought so until you said
you're the young hip couple, and they're like, we don't want your kind around here.
Well, when you put it like that, Senning Show, you got a terrible neighbor tale?
Yes, I ended up having to go to court because I swore at his lady friend who was parked blocking us in, took me for a restraining order. Little known fact, at the end of it, I asked the judge, what's to stop him from having me come in here every week? Judge said, currently our laws allow for that.
So was this an extended incident? Was this somebody you had an issue with, or did this start with a one-time deal? She was parked in front of your house, you got a little heated, and it got out of control, or had this been an ongoing beef?
No, it was just because it was heated. I said a couple choice words because I'm late to I was running late to work.
Okay.
She was blocked
Like, would you like?
Why
I got to know a
she
little bit.
inflict-
So just because, and I understand, and I'm with you for the most part. She's blocking your way. That's never going to be okay. I do have to know how heated you got, and you can't say them on the radio. Were you immediately like, "Get out of my way, you effing B"? That like, how bad and aggressive were the words that you said?
They were pretty aggressive. I insulted her weight.
Oh no! Oh, dude, I gotta say, I thought I was gonna, for the most part, be in favor of the callers, but you immediately went to calling her a fat hog?
That's a lot nicer. I got to remember that.
Oh, no. What did you say to this woman? And by the way, this restraining order is totally just at this point.
No, the restraining order is not justified. Turns out you can literally tell anybody anything you want.
Well, I mean, words sometimes have consequences. What did you, so if you fat hog was nice, what did you call her? Don't.
It ended up all around being like a waste of space. Basically, she's not a human.
Oh, Jesus. Dude,
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
you really went from 0 to 100. You may be the crazy neighbor.
Yeah. If you don't move your big, sloppy, waste of space, diabetic leg.
How much you want to bet? I got the lady on another line. That's like, this psychopath man started accosting me for my weight. I was just trying to move my car, and he told me I shouldn't be alive.
Let's go, guys. Keep it up.
Thank you. Yeah, see, that's... Again, I think you've got to just give a little bit of grace with people that live in and around you to go from 0 to 100, to go to this person is blocking my space, so I'm going to break them down as a human being. Like, you have to realize that person probably is going to be around you. The restraining order, I don't know. It kind of sounds like you're a psychopath, sir. It kind of sounds like you're a scary person, and that if I was that lady, I would be feeling like I need a restraining order as well. So.
Yeah, you said like fat cow, and he goes, well, that was kind of light.
That would have been nice. Yeah, that would have been on the softer side. Senning Show, you're live on the air.
Oh, hey, guys. How you doing? Hey, and shout out to Mike O.
Yeah. We love Mike O. We love Mike O around here. A true legend.
Always. He
You're not
helped
that
me
guy's
out with
fat
concert
neighbor, are
tickets
you?
one time when I was homeless.
Oh, he did. He does that. He hooks people up with tickets all the time. And, just because sometimes he's gruff and short and hurtful to people, that doesn't mean he's not a great person.
Amazingly generous gentleman.
He is. What's on your mind today?
I had a neighbor, my landlord, who had a dentist office and I lived above, and he would leave his dirty, tidy whities on my doorknob with obscene notes to my husband.
No! Whoa,
No lie.
whoa.
Do you have photos of these things?
I did, but I don't have them anymore.
Dude, so take me through this. So you're living in an apartment above a dentist office, and you said it was the landlord? So that wasn't the dentist, was it?
It was.
Okay, so the dentist that owns the building would just randomly leave his underwear on your doorknob with obscene notes.
He would, apparently during the day, he might have heard us in the afternoon having afternoon fun.
You and your man or lady, or?
Me and my man, yeah.
Oh, wow. And it would like turn. So they're down there. He's down there.
Working on root canals.
Yeah, he's drilling holes, and,
Yeah.
and your man's up there filling holes.
You got it.
Wow. So what would he say? He'd be like, oh, I just love what I heard.
Do you think that yours can fill these? Are yours as big as mine? Can they fill these as well as you do?
So, he would leave his big old hog underwear and be like, hey, is your man putting out this?
Yes.
So was it kind of to you and your man? Was it?
I think it was to both of us. Yeah, it was a shout out to him. Like, hey, if you can't please her, maybe I can. I don't really know.
So what did you
He's like also rent's due next week.
What did you do? Like, what was the first move that you made? Was there a follow up? Did you leave a note back on his dirty underwear saying, please don't do this? Or how many times did this happen? And what did you try to do to stop it?
It was a beautiful rent frozen apartment in New York, so we didn't really want to mess up where we were living. It was gorgeous. So we the first time my husband took almost like a hazmat suit, brought it down and put it on his door and said, don't do this. And then it just escalated from there. He was leaving like dental waste on the hallway while we were walking up the stairs.
Well, that is not, for a second I thought it was maybe fun and playful, even if very, very creepy. So the move of the hazmat suit seemed to bother him to the point where he started leaving dental waste. Isn't that like biohazard stuff?
Yeah, like needles and stuff like that, everything. It was crazy. And then underwear. Then later on he got reminded by the cops that it's not okay to walk around in your robe outside without any underwear on. So I guess his underwear was on my doorknob.
Dude, what if this guy...
New York, baby!
This guy was your dentist. Imagine, what? There's no way that this dentist was not doing creepy things to women when they were under anesthesia. There's no way.
Oh, I promise you, he probably was.
So we got this teeth cleaning. I'm just going to go ahead and knock you out for this.
Dude, that's what they do that. Well, that is...
How did my underwear end up there? I don't know, you ask.
So from the first pair of underwear on the door until the day you moved out, how long was that?
It was probably 6 months at least.
Okay, that's not so bad. I thought you were going to say 6 years.
Or more. Oh, the best part is his son moved in the apartment down the hall.
Like after or while you were still there?
While we were still there.
Dude, that is absolutely bizarre. You never alerted the authorities, though.
No, his son actually saw the underwear in the notes, and he's like, Dad.
That is the most... Was he old? Was he like really old and senile? That is just a crazy move.
He was probably just in his 60s.
Jeez. Well, I got to tell you, man, that just shows you how bad rent is in New York. That you're willing to deal with the medical waste in the hallways to keep a good deal. All right. Well, you're going to be going to Monster Jam, or I'll hook you up with Busch Gardens tickets. You just got to hang until we go to break, okay?
Oh, yay. Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're the best.
You know what? She was paying like $5,000 a month.
Oh, yeah, for like a
one bedroom.
For a one bedroom.
No bathroom. You had to go downstairs to the dentist's office.
With medical waste and dirty-ass old man underwear in your... That is crazy. See, that's obviously the extreme in another weird way, but to me, that is the same element that runs through my mind when dealing with neighbors, is that you just don't know.
Yeah.
And it's maybe, per your words, they're cucking me and I'm the bitch boy of the neighborhood, but I'll go out there and spend the 3 minutes it takes me to blow it off or to not say it, to not have this guy be up my ass and try to ruin my life for the next 5 or 6 years that we live there.
Do you wear a French maid outfit too when you do it?
When I dance around, I'm like, oh, hey, big boy,
let
look
me
at
go
me.
clean this
let me clean up your grass clippings. I'm just your little bitch boy. Oh, yes, I'm one of your Swedish bitch boys. Oh, you like that, daddy? Oh, I get every clipping.
That's why they do it.
The thing is that he's the problem is you're pissing me off. You're pissing me off at him because it's just. I don't know why he does it. And the thing is, I said this at the time, he does come over sometimes and clean it up. So it's like he knows what he's doing.
Yes.
Is a thing. But it's just sometimes he's just like, eh.
But I thought what you said when he cleans it up, he kind of just blows it on your yard and your windows are down in the car and stuff.
Well, I mean, he has come over before. He hasn't done it well, but I mean, sometimes it's just egregious. Sometimes Danielle's whole car is coated in grass. It's all in our driveway. It's everywhere. So
Can I say it? I would rather some teens happen to fight from time to time outside my house, use my trash can, than I become the neighborhood bitch boy.
That is factually untrue.
I'd rather that.
Well, I mean,
they
as a family man, that is irresponsible take to have. As a man who has children and a girlfriend inside, while this street people outside have fist fights in front of your door and kick it and set it on fire.
Sometimes boys have to become men, John, and I'm allowing that instead of men turning into little bitch boys.
You're totally going against my point.
No.
They feel like they can do anything on your front door.
No.
You are the bitch boy.
It's the whole neighborhood's the bitch boy.
You are the bitch boy.
No, the whole neighborhood's the bitch boy.
They were like, dude,
what's my fire hydrant? Fire extinguisher.
We set this guy's trash can on fire and we almost kicked down his damn door, and this guy hasn't said anything to anybody.
Don't know who it was at the time. Now I got cameras. And the only time I saw anything...
You're projecting.
The only time I saw anything was two boys fighting. I said, hey, sometimes... boys just got to fight.
You're projecting your bitch boy energy on to me. That is what you're doing.
Who do you think's the bigger bitch boy right now? The one who knows who the culprits are and have stayed quiet, or the guy who put security systems in place to catch the
knowing makes it worse. You know too.
You're the knowing.
What? Well, you know too. Like you know what happened.
You literally watch from your window as he.
I do.
Blows stuff.
That is right. That is
just two little bitch boys.
That is
bitch
true.
boy radio now. Good.
Yeah.
You happy?
I feel a little better that you're admitting you're a little bitch boy too. Yeah, just at least a little bit of a bitch boy. Senning Show, last call, and then we gotta give another word. Who is this?
Hi there.
Hi.
Hi. I think that lady with the underwear is the winner. I think she should win everything. But
yeah, that was crazy. but who's to say? Because we have somebody great in our life like Mike Olivero, he gives us enough prizes to give two people something. So what's going on with your neighbor?
Well, this happened about 20 years ago.
Oh wow.
I was renting a home. And it was in St. Pete, and we had limited driveway space, and there were three vehicles. My son, my mother, and myself, we each had our own vehicle. and there was room for 2 vehicles between the neighbor's driveway and my driveway. So we would park 2 vehicles in the front of the house and 1 vehicle in the driveway. Well, I came home one day, and the neighbor from across the street who had 1 vehicle was parked in front of my house, and it was pouring down rain. So I had to park down the street and walk and got soaking wet. Anyway, I said something to her, and after that, she terrorized myself and my family.
Oh, that's what they do. That's what kind of stuff were they doing? How long did it go on?
It went on for about 2 years. She accused my son, who was about 20 at the time, of standing at the screen door and showing himself to her 15-year-old daughter.
Oh, no. That's
She tried to get a restraining order.
Oh, no.
She accused him of taking a handgun and putting it out his window and aiming it toward their house.
Jesus. Now, I just have to ask, is there any chance these things actually happened?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
No. She followed me to work one day.
Dude, that sounds a lot like what this guy is doing in St. Pete. I mean, kind of just doing things.
It was
and
scary.
There are crimes. Did they end up kind of running you out? Like, did you leave that area because of them?
No, I refused. Would not let her win. Actually, I ended up buying the house.
Oh, the house that they
But
lived
she
in?
hated renters. No, that I was living in at the time. I was renting. And from what I understand, she did that to several of the neighbors in the neighborhood. She didn't like renters.
Yeah, sometimes that's a thing. The owners do not like when renters come around. Thank you for the call. I appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who participated. I guess I could probably give this word right about now, right?
Yeah.
We're just
time they hear it is probably be 2:00. What does it say on the computer?
Yeah, we're good. Just so you know, we've got words every hour now. You can put them into the app all day long, as many times as you want. Well, I mean, you can only do one word once.
Yeah.
But you can do all of the words.
You can put as many words as you want, but only one will work.
Exactly. Starting at so this only starts at 8 a.m. So I think that means we still have the most words.
We do.
We have the most words. We are in power of more words than anybody else. This hour's keyword is summer. Go to the 102.5 The Bone app and enter the word summer. There will be words all day. Every time you enter them, that gets you another chance to win $1,000 of Mike Calta's money. So go enter the word summer right now. But don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we will be joined by the lovely JoJo, Judge Juicy. You guys are always in communication, and I don't know if she's going to want to talk about it. Have you gotten the update on her and your cousin?
Kinda. Not the full story.
It's not good.
Oh.
It's not good. Yeah, it's not good. We'll tell you what that is and dig into some offerings from you. Questions for the juice. Coming up next on Senning Show.
Trouble seemed to get to you.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Let's have some summer fun in the summer sun, Bone fam. It's the Neutral Summer of Music, presented by Neutral. Win tickets to some of the summer's biggest shows, like Thomas Rhett, Katy Perry, Jason Aldean, and more. Plus, score Neutral summer gear, including hats and coolers. Scan the QR code at participating Florida Circle K's, Miller's Ale House, or at the Blind Goat in Tampa to enter. Neutral. Keep it tasty. Visit theboneonline.com for more details.
If you're the victim of a car crash, take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
Fence Outlet customer Sarah shares.
We decided to go with Fence Outlet after receiving several referrals from our neighbors. They've been in business for over 30 years, so we trusted that they would do a great job, and they did.
Go to fenceoutlet.com to book your free estimate. License number C10252 and C10803.
Real stories with Hellsberg.
After we met and we started dating, Nancy and I lived 150 miles apart, and I would drive my old jalopy car, and it was roughly a 3-hour distance. It took 3 years I drove across that state back and forth dating her every weekend.
Persistence.
And I would have never stopped. I had a lot of energy back then. 36 years ago.
At Hellsberg, find the engagement ring worthy of your story. Designed with the love, care, and craft it deserves. Visit a Hellsberg store or hellsberg.com.
Hi, welcome to the IKEA summer sale.
Hi, yeah. My family and I want our backyard to be a summer oasis.
Don't sweat it. Our summer deals are here to help. Save up to 50% off on select items. Plus, IKEA loyalty members can save an extra 10%.
Sign me up. You just saved my summer.
Visit us in store from 5/27 to 6/30 or at IKEA-USA.com/summer sale for more details. Offer valid 5/27 to 6/30/25. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary. See store and IKEA-USA.com/summer sale for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
John Senning here. Are you ready to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Well, pick up your phone right now and text the word TRUST to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
Join a cat named Mo this Saturday at the Cyber Sale Party for the brand new Crunch Fitness in Palm Harbor. Here's your chance to be a founding 500 member for the guaranteed lowest rate possible. First 500 members only win signed Tampa Bay Lightning jerseys, a stick, and more. This Saturday from noon to 2, Crunch Fitness in Palm Harbor, just off 19 and Alderman.
High interest rates and higher prices may be the norm everywhere else, but not at International Diamond Center. IDC's rolling back prices and taking interest rates all the way to zero. It's true. Now, for a limited time on virtually any purchase, you can spread your payments over 5 years with 0.0 interest. Get the best price on any piece of jewelry right now. Divide that by 60, and that's your super low monthly payment till the year 2030. Designer engagement rings as low as $50 a month. Diamond earrings as low as $45 a month. Wedding bands as low as $40 a month. Fine jewelry has never been more affordable. How about a $7,000 diamond bracelet? Just $116 a month. All fashion designer jewelry is included. All colored gemstones. All certified diamonds, too. This is a spectacular offer exclusively from International Diamond Center. But hurry, you only have until June 30th to take advantage. Celebrate your love with 0% financing store-wide for 5 years till 2030. International Diamond Center in Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota. Excludes Rolex. Details and more at shopidc.com on approved credit.
This is attorney Dominic Ferriello. You know me from the radio station 102.5 The Bone. I've been giving legal advice for over 15 years and have my very own legal show, Ask the Dom. If you've been arrested and charged with a crime, perhaps you got a DUI or a drug charge, why don't you contact an attorney that you've listened to, you've heard, and you've known for many years? Give my office a call at 813-251-5550 or online at askthedom.com. Offices right here in Tampa Bay.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-880-6363. That's 1-800-880-6363. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. 1-800-880-6363. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Hey, it's Mike Rohn. If I have a choice, I like to do business with companies that actually stand for something. That's why I switched from Verizon to Pure Talk. No offense to Verizon, I'm sure they stand for something. I just don't know what it is. Pure Talk, on the other hand, is a veteran-owned company that supports our military in a big way, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I also appreciate unlimited talk and text and plenty of data for half the cost of the big guys, and I do like being on America's most dependable 5G network for just $20 a month, but what I really appreciate is no contract, no cancellation fees, and Pure Talk's commitment to handle all their customer service in this country. I saw it for myself. I went to Georgia, I got a tour of their headquarters, I met their CEO, and I talked to the same customer service folks that you'll talk to when you dial pound 250 and say keyword micro. Switch today and save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword micro. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
Welcome back to Senning Show.
Pretty little mama got a smile on her face. Big around the booty, but it's small around the waist.
So, we have the lovely JoJo, Judge Juicy, in the building. And right before we came back, I remembered something. Something that Dizzy clued me into. And I don't know if either of you, specifically you, Joj, want anything to do with this. But I have been clued into the fact that there is a video out there of who can only be described as the bone sex symbol. I mean, it's just
Gio?
All these men just constantly that I hear just with raging boners for the lovely JoJo.
Oh, really?
There is a
Thank you.
There is a video. Are you looking at me like you don't want me to talk about this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't either.
Oh, you both do. Maybe you both forgot that you shared it with me. I think I've had a stroke today.
I don't know what you're saying.
It's that pressure from Mike O, man's getting to you.
Dude, my man, Mike O, dude, before I'm questioning whether
Don't
or not I'm
ever
a
cross
bitch boy in my neighborhood. Mike O says I'm never getting prizes again. I got words to do every goddamn hour for the rest of my life. There's a picture of you in a compromised position. A video.
Of me?
Yes.
You.
How are you both looking at me like
But
you
what
don't
is
know?
it? I don't.
We talked about posting it last week. We said that we were
of
gonna
me bent over under the tree.
Yes.
Oh.
The booty video.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo.
Oh, all of a sudden Diz perks up now.
Well,
now
I mean,
now he knows what I'm
listen,
talking
I don't know why we're talking so cryptically. Like,
well, because when you first started talking about it, I was like, I thought I deleted it. And then I said, well, let's find a way to get people to do something so that we can get to a point to where we can post it.
I like that. I'm back in, baby.
So
glad you are.
You know what he's talking about, right?
Yes, I was decorating.
So what I'm thinking,
I didn't know anybody was there.
Yeah, what I'm thinking, are you open to the video being made public?
I mean, it's not.
It's flattering.
It is not.
Did you say it's flattering?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's flattering. It's flattering.
Ew, why do you say it like that?
No, it's flattering.
Oh.
It's flattering. I mean, it's flattering. I don't know the right way to say it.
I don't know. I felt like you were being very facetious.
No,
about
I'm not being
patronizing
facetious.
me.
And I feel like we
might break the internet.
Yeah, your sexual energy is peaking right now, and I feel like men specifically that listen to the Bone and watch Bone TV are just salivating over you around every turn. I look at the comments in the Bone TV on YouTube. People are like, oh, Joe, people calling Johnny B every morning. Hey, JoJo, you look so beautiful on Bone TV. Like, it's just things are really ramping up. Ever since you got the Dizzy Cousin special, you can really tell that
stock went up.
Yeah, Stella did get her groove back. I will tell you that.
Did.
And in this video,
that's
she
sweet
was
of you guys to say.
in this video, she's on all fours. There's no nice way to say it. She's I think underneath a Christmas tree.
I was putting the tree skirt on.
And she's in yoga pants. Is that safe to say?
Some Lululemons.
Yeah. So I feel like we need an initial post that we then put parameters on. So we put up a post, maybe even a picture of the three of us before we get out of here today.
Okay.
And it says, if we get 1,000 likes on this photo, then Dizzy will post the goods.
I like it.
1,000. I mean, that's also
not happening.
That's
Listen,
also
I just
insane.
want the numbers for your show. So whatever I can do for that, I'm happy to do.
Okay. So does that mean
sarcasm? I feel like in there.
No. Well, I mean, it doesn't. Sarcasm or not? I
No,
feel like
there's
you're
not.
agreeing.
Okay.
So
For you too, I will bear myself.
rump.
Yeah.
If you so is that a deal?
I think they call that.
If you think 1,000 is a lot, I mean, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't off the top of my head. I haven't looked at it. I mean, I think 1,000 likes on a Bone Instagram post
okay.
is
that more than any other picture? Like, I want it to beat out everybody else.
It will. I think it absolutely will.
Okay.
Let me do a quick peek and see if there's even anything near
Because
1,000.
I appreciate you guys saying that it is a flattering photo, but
okay. There's
But-
three likes, 2 likes, 1 like, 99, 155, 5. I know there was the ones that they posted some stuff from Metallica. I felt like 218 on Dizzy's security cam footage.
that's
nice.
good. Yeah,
There's
Metallica got some.
I know
So-
there is at least one that's over 1,000.
I love that you have a computer in front of you.
What's
but you're
that?
looking
Well,
on
I
your phone.
don't get on my social medias
Oh,
in
okay.
front of me. What's been over 1,000?
For sure, the photo of me and Nicole with Mike Calton that says.
Oh, that one really
got, like,
did.
yeah,
Okay.
That one did. So that's also good to know. A post can get to 1,000. I
Yes.
think we should have it be something that seems mildly out of reach, but
Well,
also
I would like
tangible.
to, I'll do it, and hopefully it blows that picture out of the water.
Should we go higher than that? Say 15, or should we? You stuck on that one?
I think 1,000.
1,000 is. I mean, if you think 1,000 is good,
I think 1,000 is.
I don't know that the picture is worth 1,000, but I hope so.
You want to just
the
cash
video.
at me 50? I'll drop it in your inbox. So let me know.
He's just out here selling copies of it.
Drop it in your inbox.
Yeah, there's not anything. I will tell you, not anything in a minute is anywhere near 1,000. That picture from you guys on the cruise might be the last thing that hit 1,000. So if we get 1,000, if we get 1,000 on a post on Instagram, I think then everybody can feel good about that.
Yeah, I'm in.
Deal.
Deal.
All right, deal. So we're gonna take a
If
picture.
that's what you would like.
Can you hit
to
the
do.
little deal?
Oh, deal.
Well, the way that you say it, you make it sound like we're making you do something against your will.
No, I don't think it's flattering, but I don't care. And I don't know that it, whatever. I'm happy to help you guys.
Do you need to see the
Let's
video
get some
again?
traction.
Why don't you
No.
think it's flattering?
It's so. What were we gonna say?
Big. It's it's big.
Well, you say that, and then you know that's the thing.
I
That people
don't
like that.
I don't. It's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. Can we get to more?
Joach and the Giant Peach.
All right, so that is locked in.
I like that.
Thank you.
We'll give you the details once it's posted.
That's fine.
And we'll do all of that.
Okay.
I just because it's become a thing, and you can always shut me down, you know that. But I poke in on you. Well, I poke in your.
You can poke in on me.
I poke my head in your office. We catch up every now and again. And last time we were in here, it was brought to our attention that Dizzy's cousin JoJo, who you had the love affair with on the cruise, had reached out to you about wanting to get together this past weekend on Saturday. Oh. And I had high hopes that we would come here, and then what we all thought was possible, that you guys would fall in love and become an official item, would happen. But when I saw you on Monday, that was not the story that you had to tell.
No, it was not. No call, no show.
Dude, what is going on? Do you
But don't worry, I told him he was an asshole, and I told him that I was, you just need to get it together.
What did he say?
He didn't like it. He was like, tell me how you really feel. I said, okay, I will. This is what I really think.
What did he say?
Tell me how you really feel.
I have to say,
I said, I will.
The offering to make plans and then ghosting, to use a phrase from my buddy there, diabolical.
Yeah.
To be like, hey, I want to see you. Let's do something. And then when that person tries to do something, you're like, no. Not
there was an apology, but and whatever. That's fine. But you're just communicate. I don't care. I don't care that you don't want to.
Yeah.
Or you have stuff come up and stuff going on. I get it. I don't care. But the fact that you're the one that reached out and said something to me, and
Not
then
me.
you're
looking at me like
I know, but
you have his blood in you.
Yeah.
You're the closest thing to
correct.
You're the closest brownest thing to this guy. So she's like, let me work.
But just text me, be like, hey, sorry, got caught up. I can't.
Was it like locked in? It wasn't like we're meeting here.
No,
then.
but it was like,
But
hey,
he threw it out there.
Yeah.
yes, and I was like, yeah, absolutely, would love for you guys to come by, whatever. And I had asked you and Nicole and the girl, like, come and hang out, and I'm gonna be there. So as long as it's not crappy weather, we'll be at the pool. And we were there, and it wasn't a big deal, I didn't think. And then you're just out doing things. So this is why. Okay.
You're gonna have to cut this guy
Cool.
loose. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not dating. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not upset. I'm annoyed because I think it's just disrespectful, and I don't deserve that.
He's bringing shame to the Dizzy family name. Dude.
It's kind of funny because I will say he used to be the first to be like, man, you just on the snap and you're showing out. You're out here. You're doing this. Like,
like you're playing the field or you're not doing right by these hoes.
Well, he's kind of just like, you're out there kind of just showing your whole life and what you're doing and like, working out and taking photos working out. I'm like, yeah, whatever. He's doing that now.
Yeah.
That like if you would have told me JoJo's out here posting in the gym and this and that, I go, JoJo. He's not doing that.
Is that since JoJo? Is this all new?
This is all new.
Oh, so he's trying to
since the cruise.
Oh, damn. So he's trying to show
Even the
out.
cruise we were on, he wasn't even posting. Then he went on
Well,
another
he did
cruise.
lose his phone.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
On the cruise.
All right, send Shriller,
Yeah.
Shriller for him.
Still Shriller
Dude,
for
maybe
this
you
guy.
think he got a little taste of the
No.
fame? He saw what cousin Dizzy's up to, and he's like, "Let me get out here.
I don't know.
Let me see what's really good."
It's just weird.
I don't know. It just could have been very fun. So I wasn't trying to.
It's really putting It's really ruining our dating game.
That's true.
At this, or he's just going to be eliminated.
Well, I think eliminated.
One of those two. Can we dig
I think
into?
my pick's gonna win.
Can we dig into Poopgate for a second? Because listen, I have a thing or two to say, and I've been not saying anything.
Okay.
But first of all, I don't know why people think that it's not a big deal because he owned up to it. It is, in fact, a very big deal because as a
Did
grown...
you see him today? Is he here? Did you confront him?
And I said, hi, Poopy, and then he just walked into his office.
Oh.
You are a grown adult, and I don't care who you are. If you go potty and you do not flush the potty, whether there's an issue, whether it's clogged, go and get somebody and let them know, because I will either call a plumber.
It would have been you, right?
We will get a plunger.
You would have been the one.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
What's the right way to go about it? Because I feel like
If
it
you
was
try
me-
to flush it and it doesn't flush, you don't just walk out of the bathroom and leave it there for other people to walk into.
I will say, I'm not going and telling person that I did it. I go and go, I don't know who.
Somebody did.
Fine. I'll put an out of order sign on there.
somebody did.
I'll ask whatever who I need to call to come in and fix it. I'll call the building people. Like, I don't care. Do not leave it in there.
Yeah.
Is that what you do at home? Oh, didn't flush on the first try. I'm just going to let it sit there.
Probably at home is a much different thing.
Why?
If it's at home, it's your home. I mean,
Okay, it's still your poop.
It's dude. Every time we talk about it,
And
I
the
have a
fact that
flashback.
also
I have a
that
flash-
you walked in and you see it and you don't come and say something.
Well, I'm working here, lady.
So am I.
I will say the craziest part is when I walked him in and he saw it and he'd go, "Oh, that was me."
Yeah.
I was like, "That was you," and you didn't tell me when I showed you.
I just don't understand how we just overlook this. Like it's not. Well, he came clean, so
Well, the
no
funny-
big deal. Oh, he just couldn't flush it.
The
Who's going to
funniest-
reach over and push a button?
the
We're just going to
funniest-
leave it for somebody to walk in. And so, I mean, it's disgusting.
The funniest detail is that our boss John Brennan's the one that flushed it.
Yeah.
Because he's a true adult.
Well, I don't know where to. What do we do?
You,
What can
Mr.
we do?
Oh, he's going to get whoever did it. They're going to get fired. I want to see them out. Sign papers, pink slips, all the things. Cross the T's and dot the I's. I want him out of here, Brennan. Oh, it was you, Drew? Oh, no big deal.
What do you want me to do? Do you think that
Well, I'm
anyone's
just
actually going
saying.
to get fired over the thing?
Well, no, but it was so funny listening how quickly you changed your tune.
I will tell you, there's a certain level of shock that went into it. There's a certain level of me realizing immediately he did not want to play along with it. So knowing that we have an hour ahead of us, I felt like I was kind of backed into a corner with as many places as we could go with it. I mean, you think I support it? You think I like it? You think that it's something that I am happy about?
We just kind of swept it all under the rug.
What kind of? I mean, you
And
you
for
clearly have the floor.
record, also, if Mr. Garabo had walked in on that and knew it was somebody else, there's no way he would have been like, "Oh, it's no big deal. Just a little poop in the toilet. We'll just leave it in there. We'll just let it marinate and let it fester because I couldn't flush it on the first try."
I will say,
I got to work on my impressions. I'm fully aware that I don't do them very well, but just to try to differentiate.
Yeah. And you're poop lady, so the fact that you're so riled up about it shows how deep this
because
how deep this
it's
runs.
not a big deal. Like, it shouldn't have been a big deal for him to come and tell somebody or get somebody to go in there and fix it if in fact the toilet was broke, which it clearly wasn't, because when John Brennan walked in and literally pushed the button, down it went.
John, thoughts?
I mean, I have thoughts. I mean, you guys know I hate poop talk, and I hate it. The fact that we were doing it was right outside of my comfort zone. So then once you found out who it was, it becomes very real.
Like Monica and JP, it was like no big deal. Oh,
Yeah,
I was surprised.
I was like, what
they
is
didn't
going
really
on? Why
seem
is
to
nobody
be-
bothered by this?
Well, what is the...
Because it is respect for other people that you work with. I hate when there's toilet paper on the floor. I hate if there's a little bit of tinkle on the seat. Clean up after yourselves. What is so hard about that?
This is true. You do clean up a lot of...
Which, whatever. Like, I would have gone in there and I would have tried to flush it and it would have been disgusting, but I would have done it.
I will say, JP, for the person, because I brought it up because I thought JP would think it's funny. We'd go into something because he was mad when someone left a booger on the wall.
Of course.
In the bathroom. Like, someone left the whole package.
Yeah.
And you're just like, man, I get it. Yeah, I get it. He tried and he walked away.
No. Go and tell somebody.
There's also, to me, and I understand it sounds like I'm making excuses, like there is a limit. Like we did probably 25 minutes on the poop in the toilet. I don't want to do another 25 minutes.
We're not. We're done.
No, I'm not saying that to
I'm
you
just
right
saying.
now. I'm saying going back to that moment, we found out who it was. Did I ever think that whoever did that was going to be fired? No.
Oh, no. And of course they wouldn't
course-
be. But I'm just saying you were so gung-ho. And then as soon as he said...
Well, now we know who it is.
Well, then you were like, oh, well, I guess that's okay. You owned up. You owned up to it.
Exactly. This is like the grass in my. This is the grass on my driveway.
He finds out the culprit and he
all over
goes,
again.
Okay.
I'm going to make an excuse for that.
I'll just let it slide. No big deal. I don't want to cause problems.
There's also let's role play. Let's role play.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
I feel like we
all
already
right.
did. I feel like we already
I
did
thought
because
you
you already
never
just ranted and raved. So I feel like we already did.
You're welcome.
I feel like you did what you wanted me to do already. You already did that here today.
I just said have respect for people and not make it like it's not a big deal that whoever did that or does it is okay leaving it. It's not okay.
Well, it's
not okay to leave dirty dishes in the sink. It's the same as it's not okay to leave that in a restroom. Clean up after yourselves.
Yeah, I will say some people here, I'm not talking about Drew in particular.
No.
Some people here just suck at cleaning up.
But
like you go in there and there's stuff
because
all over
I'll
the
do it because
counters
somebody
and
else
stuff.
will do
Yeah.
it. We don't have
Exactly.
a cleaning crew. I am the cleaning crew.
Right.
Will we have the same energy if we find out it was Carmen or Ann Kelly that did the same thing in the women's
Yeah, I think it's disgusting.
Yeah, well, I mean, you are the one to speak up. I mean, you are the one who handles all of these.
I don't care who you are. If in fact there is an issue with the toilet or you try to flush it or it doesn't flush automatically or whatever, then tell somebody. We will get somebody to go in and fix it if you can't clean up after yourself.
The heat is just something I did not expect. People are calling. I don't know why. Senning Show, you're on the air. Who's this?
Hey, buddy, what's up?
Hey, Angelo.
Uh-oh.
Drew is an absolute pig.
Senning Show, you're live on the air.
Hey, JP.
Nope.
Wrong John.
Senning Show.
Hey, this is Stacy.
Hey, Stacy.
Oh, my God. So in all this conversation that y'all are having, did you hear the conversation Drew had on the radio about being at the head shop?
I did actually, which I found interesting that the two stories never crossed because after we...
I'm sitting here dying.
Yeah.
How did I get through?
Yeah, after right when we got off, I think like the opening segment was about how he farted inside of a dispensary and like it was loud and he didn't know what to do. So that's why I tweeted and I
Oh my
tweeted
God,
and
I did
said,
not hear that.
I'm worried about your guts.
Yeah, is everything okay, dog?
So there was a theme of things that were coming from that area out of that man yesterday. So do you feel better?
Me?
Yeah.
Feel great.
Okay, good.
You?
I feel good. I mean, I don't ever feel really good when we're talking about things in the toilet.
Okay.
And we've done more toilet talk in the last 2 days than probably my first 15 years in
I think
radio.
it's good.
So
I think we just...
it's not good. It's making it
just
worse.
share and share alike, you know?
It's making it worse. You getting something from somebody?
It was Carmen, who is an avid listener. She's claiming it wasn't her for the...
the ladies' bathroom.
Which
Yeah,
I didn't
guess
say it
too.
was. Monica insinuated it was more probably Carmen than Ann Kelly.
She also threw Heather in there.
Oh, and Heather, you're right.
Okay.
I'll find out.
Okay,
I'll go and ask.
Okay, we've done it.
I'm gonna let people
we've done
know.
it. Everybody, we've done it. Everybody feel good like this.
Don't
is
leave
really-
it. Whatever
this has
it
been flushed
is,
out.
wherever, do not leave it.
Judge Juicy.
Yo, baby.
My girlfriend refuses to tell her family about me. We've been together a year. She says they're just old-fashioned. Should I be offended that I am her secret? Sometimes I wonder if she sees me in her future.
That is so weird.
I would imagine there's a reason. I feel like there's something about this guy, and I wish that
it's
he
either
would've
like
said,
religion or politics or maybe something that would not sit well with his family.
Ooh, what if
or
it's,
maybe it's her family that she's embarrassed of and she doesn't want to bring him around.
What if it's racial? I mean, I'm taking it to a far end.
Yeah, I
but
don't know. I'm going to need
just
some more
thinking-
deets on this one, but I definitely think that that's a problem if you're at a year and like the family is local. I mean, it's not like you would have to.
Some people, I think like their relationship with their parents aren't like you can't put your relationship with your parents on every other person. Like to me, I think once I realized, it's always a fun story to tell that I like sharing every now and again. We were working at Ruby Tuesday together, weren't even dating, had nothing going on at that point. We were just working side by side.
Yes.
And Danielle sat down at a booth with my parents while they were sitting there to have dinner. And she sat down. I think at the time she had a boyfriend. She sat down at the booth and said, "Oh, I just want to let you know I'm going to marry your son one day."
Oh,
and that was the first words out of her mouth to my parents in 2008, 2009, probably a year and a half before we ever even started dating. So I say that to say, meeting my parents and me meeting her parents, I think that was something that was both important to us. I also don't think everybody looks at that as some rite of passage in a relationship where it's like, you've got to meet my parents before we do this, this, and this.
Right. Or just depending on the relationship that you have. Like, I'm close with my family. We have dinner every Sunday. Like, if you're in my life, then eventually it's going to happen where...
How long do you think somebody would have to be a legit partner for you to want them to bring around the whole family?
I don't know, because I just feel differently now that I have a kid.
Because even for her, what would that be before you'd introduce a guy to her?
Yeah, that's hard for me. I'm still
That's not JoJo.
Learning it, but I just feel like, yes, they can be introduced and they're my friend, and it's, she knows all of you guys. You know what I mean? So it's not like her meeting a guy and me saying that they're my friend would be weird.
Yeah, I think it's just how it all happens. And
right, but now if they're coming over for dinner on Sunday, then that is different.
Why is your friend staying the night all the time, Mommy?
No, that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Why did I saw your friend choking you, Mommy?
Why are you wearing his
that
shirt,
could happen.
Mommy?
What happened, Mommy? What happened? I'm going to need a ruling.
Oh, I definitely think that there's something that I think it's more on her side that she's embarrassed about, whether it's with her family, but I need more as far as like logistics if the family's local, how often she actually sees and talks to her family. But it's definitely weird. It's a red flag. And I would say that you need to beat feet and get out of there.
All right. Well, let's try something new. We're gonna rapid fire.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna give these to you. I have a few, and I'm gonna rapid fire them. So I'll say them. You give us a quick ruling.
Oh, okay.
And we're gonna do like 3 or 4. Okay.
Yes, sir.
This is bizarre. First says I love the show and I love JoJo. My dad is dating my best friend from college. She's 26.
It's not your best friend anymore.
He's 58. I can't even look at them. Am I allowed to be this mad?
Yes. Bye-bye, friend.
Good for the dad, though.
Dude, that is a cold-hearted move by the dad. Though.
That is.
That is. There are plenty of young women out there. To get somebody who's your daughter's friend is absolutely weird.
Also, how long were they friends? Did it say in that?
My dad is dating my best friend from college, so I would imagine years ago.
Not as terrible, because it was like my childhood friend. You'd be like, "Hey, yo."
Oh yeah.
How long did you have the eye on the prize?
He was changing her diapers.
Yeah.
Gross.
All right.
Yeah, but still weird.
This one is family related, child related.
Okay.
Juicy. My 8-year-old said he wants to be a YouTuber instead of going to school. My wife says we should encourage his creativity. Am I a bad parent for saying no, he needs to learn?
No, you're not a bad parent. And of course that kid should still be going. I think you can get arrested if you don't send your kid to school. Like you have to
homeschool them. They're not. Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I think that, but
because if kids aren't going to school, they do welfare checks and make sure like you have to send your kids. There has to be record of your kid. I don't know how I would think through 8th grade at least, because some don't graduate high school, but I would think through like 8th grade, there has to be you either have to homeschool, yes, or they have to be.
You'd have to do something. You'd have to put together a system where you were at least making it seem like you were teaching them something.
It says only in California.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I stand
corrected.
corrected.
Will they check in on you? And
parents in California can face legal trouble if their child is habitually truant, skipping school without a valid excuse.
See, but they keep track of your. I don't know.
It's probably a hell of an investment.
But I would think that I would just offer it as an 8-year-old, like a reward system. Like you can make videos when you're done with your home, you know what I mean? And you can whatever. Like you can't have your iPad or your cameras until you're done. I get it. That's the world we live in. But yes, of course they need to go to school, and that dad needs to put his foot down and let the lady know our kid's going to get an education first.
That being said, though, if you got a kid that knows how to talk on YouTube and you like harness that, probably be your meal ticket. Like you could
Yeah, 100%. But also, like when kids are doing movies and stuff, they've got tutors and they go to school. Like, I don't think it's just California. I think nationwide, your kid has to go to school. And or some level,
they probably have to prove. They have to prove something.
Yes, because they do it when they're traveling, and there's actors and musicians and stuff that their kids are. Yes.
All right, this is a good one.
Okay.
My fiance cheated on me during his bachelor party. The wedding is now 4 months away, but he came clean immediately. Should I cancel the wedding?
Yes.
Or is it honest? Is honesty enough to save this?
No.
Red flag.
Ugh. God, you're never going to be able to trust him again. How are you going to live? How are you going to start your life like that? And also, if that was, you think the first time that he did it was 4 months before your wedding, you got another thing coming.
He's just like, oh, yeah.
Bye.
As I'm engaged on my bachelor party.
Yeah. Oh, I was
this
just
is
having
when
fun. I just got caught up and was, drinking.
There's a thing out there that it seems like some men, maybe some women too, because I've seen the dancing bear out there pull a whipped cream on it and have you suckle it off. But men out there that like go into the bachelor party is like, this is my last night.
Yes.
Like, let me do whatever. No, normally not signed off on by
the last
anybody.
tour. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it is my last.
So those
hurrah.
oats. Well.
Judge Juicy, you've brought a lot to the table today. You really riled.
You guys.
Gonna make 3 o'clock awkward for us. That's fine.
Exactly. We will take that picture of the three of us, post it on Instagram, and give you the parameters.
Oh, yeah.
So that you can see Judge Juicy's juicy booty.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere. When we come back, I've got something that I happened upon over the weekend that makes me think our civilization could be crumbling. We'll dig into that and make way for John's Joints coming at 3 o'clock in just a little bit. Power up with big savings from Hawkins Service Co. this June. Get free surge protection when you spend over $250 on electrical service. You need generator maintenance? You're in luck. $50 off this month, or go big. $500 off a whole home Generac generator with install. Don't wait until the next storm hits. These offers are good through June 30th only. You can call Hawkins at 813-445-8209 or always online at hawkinsserviceco.com. Hawkins, one call, really handles it all. They do plumbing, HVAC, pool repair, and electrical. And if you let them know you heard us talking about them on The Bone, that's 10% off the top if it's your first time using Hawkins. Again, it's 813-445-8209.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The open mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
Looking to upgrade your yard? Fence Outlet specializes in stunning new fence installations at competitive prices. Don't just fence in your yard, transform it. Quality fences that add style, privacy, and an upgrade to every home. Go to fenceoutlet.com to book your free estimate. License number C10252 and C10803.
John Senning here for Furman Ford, Clearwater's big Ford store. Maybe you've been waiting, trying to figure out that perfect time to get a brand new truck or SUV. Well, let me tell you, that time is right now during the Ford Employee Pricing Sales Event. You might have seen it on the news. You might have heard your friends talking about it, not really knowing what it means. You are going to pay exactly what a Ford employee pays across a full line of trucks and SUVs. This unprecedented opportunity is giving you massive savings on some of America's best-selling vehicles. You need to make your plans now to go see Bob Murray and my friends at Furman Ford today. If you haven't laid your eyes on the brand new, big, beautiful showroom, it really does have to be seen to be believed. They're right on US 19 in Clearwater, and you can always check them out online at FurmanFord.com. Furman Ford, from America, for America. Make sure when you get in there, you let them know that John Senning sent you.
Hey, did you know that with Frontier Fiber Internet, the best Wi-Fi isn't just for VIPs anymore?
So even if I have less than 1 million followers?
Or me, a total noob?
What if I'm not in the metaverse yet?
Yeah, now everyone can get Wi-Fi 7 with a premium Eero router on Fiber 500 and up. Now starting at only $39.99 per month. Switch to the most advanced Wi-Fi on 100% fiber internet. Only from Frontier. Good to go. In select areas, price for 12 months with autopay. ETF terms apply. Max speeds wired. Actual average and Wi-Fi speed vary.
The Calta Signature Combos are back only at Shark Coast Tactical. Will is bringing back the Calta Riot Shotty just in time for hurricane season. What is a Calta Riot Shotty, you ask? A 12-gauge Mossberg Riot Gun pistol grip shotty is paired with a tactical scabbard, and it's all for only $225. The Calta Riot Shotty. It's as American as apple pie, and it's only available at Shark Coast Tactical. The shop is open, slinging freedom from 10 to 6 daily, closed on Sunday, and always open online 24/7 at SharkCoastTactical.com. Shark Coast Tactical is on Bee Ridge Road in Sarasota. Look for them on social media and tell Mike Calta sent you.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we are conquering the unconquerable. Our experts are leading the way with innovative regenerative medicines and biotherapeutics that can repair diseased, injured, or defective tissues and organs to help treat people with chronic medical conditions. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic, you know where to go.
Hi, I'm attorney Fran Hosh. Being involved in a car or motorcycle accident can be stressful. I've dedicated my career to helping accident victims and their loved ones. If you need an attorney you can trust, give me a call today at 866-LAW-FRAN. We will give you a free case evaluation. I won't charge you any fees unless you recover money. Give me a call today at 866-LAW-FRAN, 866-LAW-FRAN, or visit me online at lawfran.com. Main office, Palm Harbor.
Feel the credit union difference. GTE Financial is celebrating its 90th anniversary. Since 1935, providing solutions for Tampa Bay businesses is what we love to do. From SBA lending to hassle-free checking, commercial insurance to preventing fraud. We even offer free benefits for your employees. As a not-for-profit financial institution, we get to focus on your earnings. Join us at gtefinancial.org, the official credit union of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Going up. Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up. Going up. But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button. Going down. We've lowered prices. Get one line of 5G data for $40. Period. That's 20% lower. And you get a free Samsung 5G phone when you bring your number. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-880-6363. That's 1-800-880-6363. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. 1-800-880-6363. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BUMPER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BUMPER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BUMPER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
$30 ticket to summer starts now. Make it a summer of live music with $30 tickets to great shows at Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. Hurry while supplies last. Check out over 1,000 shows for $30 at LiveNation.com.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah.
Tampa.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
Radio, 51.50. News from Check 9, featuring Chris Calico and Earth the Phenom. Huntress, let's go.
You're 100, we so under it. You're 100, we so under it. You're 100, we so under it.
Welcome back to Senning Show, getting you through your Tuesday. Another keyword coming up in about 15 minutes. I'm John Senning, he's Dizzy.
Bunga bunga, inga binga binga bunga. It's fun to hunt the to ding the thing to feed my hunger. I jump on a big pump and chick crunch and munch on a click dunk and do something.
We'll have more tickets on Friday. It's going to be a hell of a show. I'm definitely going to try and make plans to be there. 3-6 Mafia, Bone Thugs and Harmony, and Tech 9 at the amphitheater.
How are you getting tickets?
I don't know. This may be a situation where I'm buying tickets. I'm hoping that we can make peace with Mike Olivero. Oh, he should be out of his meeting.
Should we try to call him? Yeah, call him up.
That'll really be a gauge for how mad he is, because
if he answers, we know we can work through this with him.
Yeah. If you missed it, him and I had a testy text conversation earlier because I was asking questions about the new Bone giveaway. And word got back to him because he wasn't listening because he was in an important meeting that we were trashing him on the radio. And he said that he was never giving us prizes and that personally we would never get tickets from him and that I can put all my requests in at Ticketmaster.com. So he's probably not going to answer my call.
Well, while it's ringing, just let everyone know that the photo is posted. So go get those likes up.
Oh. He's not going to answer.
He hates us.
Yeah.
We did this. Mostly you, but we're in this together now.
What the hell is that?
Is that his answering machine?
That's whatever noise is coming out of his phone.
That's when you're dead to him. He gives you the flatline sound.
That's the dead, you are dead to me noise. That's the don't ever call me again number.
Lose this number.
Wow. I'm starting to think that it's real now.
You're 100, we so under it. You're 100.
800-771-1025 if you want to get on the phones before we make way for John's Joints. That keyword's coming up in just a few minutes as well. Dude, you know what I think would be great for you to continue your vroom vroom love if you're looking for things to get you a little more hyped?
Hit me with it.
I don't think I touched on it right after I watched it. I think I finished it when I was dying with my ear condition. So on Prime, they put out a 4-piece documentary called Earnhardt that is all about the life and times of Dale Earnhardt.
Senior.
Senior, which there's a lot of Junior in it. Dude, I don't know the main takeaways that everybody has. The guy is a badass. He's one of the GOATs of any sport ever in the way that he handled himself and for as good as he was. But dude, they were really, really telling with, I'll just come right out and say it, the fact that he was not a great dad.
Oh, really?
And they did not shy away from that at all. They dug into a bunch of different things about how he never really had much of a relationship with Dale Earnhardt Jr. At one point, they sent him to like a military boarding school. The saddest thing about it, in the last couple episodes, they really dig into, the scenario around his death in the race and all of that. But the most heart-wrenching thing was he never wanted his kids to race, and he never supported Dale Earnhardt in racing.
Oh, wow.
They have a buddy of his who said one day, because, he pretty much told Dale Jr., if you want to race, you got to get your own car, you got to build it from the ground up, and I'm not really helping you. Never talked to him about racing, never gave him any pointers, any tips or anything like that. So he was trying to make a go of it, in the minor leagues of racing. And finally, his buddy said to him, you have all of these, opportunities you could have to help your kids. And eventually, further down the road, he got him a car and he helped him a little bit. But it wasn't until he started racing well, Junior, that really he had any relationship with his dad. And the crazy thing about that is that was about right before he died. So the thing that really makes it a bummer is that Dale Earnhardt Jr. never really had any relation with his dad until about a year before he died in that crash, which is a crazy, crazy thing. But he was an interesting dude. He was hardcore on and off the track. And if you're looking to know a little bit more about the history of NASCAR and specifically number 3, Raise Hail, Praise Dale, you should check it out. I think you'll get a kick out of at least some of it. Some of it might lose you a little bit, but the early stuff is super interesting because he was hated because he was crashing everybody.
I think I would definitely be interested in it. And it would definitely, like you said, get my vroom vroom going.
You got to get the vroomer. You got to get some blood running through that vroomer.
His son is definitely in some of the, what's it called again? Fast
in the Full Speed.
Full Speed, yeah.
On Netflix.
They show a lot of him. I'm still only on the first episode because I had time to go back to it. But I love those documentaries.
Yeah, they're the best. They're the best. And Dale Earnhardt's super involved. Like all the races as of late, from a TV perspective, have been on Amazon Prime, and he does all the play-by-play in Prime. Which
if Jeff Gordon is like the MJ of that, is he like the Kobe? Like
Dale?
Yeah.
Oh, Dale is above Jeff Gordon.
Oh, he is. He's the MJ then.
Yes. There's 3 guys: Richard Petty, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Jimmy Johnson. Those guys all have 7 championships.
Oh, wow.
So they are kind of the goats of goats. And I believe Jeff Gordon, off the top of my head, has 4 championships. So he was great, and a lot of people consider him one of the best drivers, but he does not have as many championships as some other guys do.
Jeff Gordon was more just like the face.
And he also, and they dig into this, he came in at a time when the sport was really catching fire because the rivalry between Earnhardt and Gordon carried NASCAR through the late 90s and early 2000s because Earnhardt was the goat of goats. He's this southern rugged man, kind of embodied everything that NASCAR was about. And then here comes this pretty boy from California driving a car that's got rainbow colors on it.
The Wonder Bread?
Pretty much. That took it over. And, so he came along at a great time to be able to feud with Earnhardt. But he never got as many championships.
Danica Patrick was the first female racer. Do they have a lot of them now?
No, there's not a lot of female racers. There's a lady, I believe she was in the race in Mexico City but had problems. There's been a couple, and I think there was somebody even before Danica, but no female has really been able to crack the system. I think Danica still to this day has the highest finish. But
are there any Asian?
I want to say, correct me if I'm wrong.
They all crashed?
No, Kyle Larson, who is very much considered the greatest driver of the modern day, I think he might have some Asian in him.
Okay, because I might just follow one of them.
Because he also got he also dropped an N-bomb.
Kyle Larson?
Yeah, he dropped an N-bomb.
He's like, it's okay, I'm Asian.
Well, I don't know if he said that, but he dropped an N-bomb. They were doing like iRacing. So it was during COVID when there was no NASCAR and they were all racing, like the NASCAR drivers were racing each other on a video game and everybody was watching it live and he dropped an N-bomb and they kicked him out of NASCAR for a period of time.
But was it like it sounds weird. Was he saying it in a playful way? Like, I got you.
I would
N-word,
say,
and then they're like...
I think that's up to interpretation.
Okay.
You'd have to hear the N-bomb to know for yourself.
Okay.
If you thought it was playful or
like the country singer got in trouble. He was trying to be endearing, right?
Right. He was trying. Does it say is Kyle Larson Asian?
Oh, I didn't see. It just had a photo of him and I went, well, this is wrong. Let's see.
Is Kyle Larson Asian?
It doesn't really say of his personal life.
I thought I heard it.
Usually that's like the first thing they have on these things.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, wait.
I thought maybe.
Yes. His parents spent time in Japanese internment camps.
Well, there we go.
There it is.
There we go. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, this is Elizabeth.
Hey, Elizabeth. What's going on today?
Oh, just checking in. I know that you said Mike Oliver is a little mad at you.
Yeah, I know. I'm
but
working
I was
through it.
hoping he might have it in his heart if he had Rainbow Kitten surprise tickets.
I wish I knew. He's not accepting my calls, and he's not here right now. I know that within my prize stash, I don't have any Rainbow Kitten surprise tickets. So if he was answering my calls, then maybe we'd be able to get to the bottom of it. But right now, I'm on a banned list, and I'd be the wrong guy to ask. I would talk to somebody who he loves, which would probably be anybody other than me. So I'm really
okay. I'll keep looking.
Yeah, it has been established today. I'm the bitch boy. No more prizes. I got grass in my driveway. We got Dookie in the toilet. Everything's falling apart. Senning Show, you're live on the air.
Hey, John, this is D. Ryan. How we doing today?
What's going on, buddy? How the hell you been?
I'm doing awesome, man. Thank you. Thanks for taking my call, too.
Absolutely.
I wanted to shout out Dale Earnhardt Jr., who he wasn't getting any help from his dad, who's arguably the best racer ever, and
isn't it insane?
he still managed to win a bunch of races.
Did you watch the documentary at all?
I couldn't get through it. I hit a wall.
Yeah.
I like him.
Ryan.
Good stuff.
Yes?
Ryan, you didn't really.
I gotta go.
Vroom vroom, baby.
He didn't really mean it.
Yeah, he did. That was good.
He didn't really mean it. So now probably didn't mean anything about Dale Earnhardt Jr. None of that meant anything. He didn't even really call or to say anything.
Nope.
I'm sorry. We were trying to call Mike Olivero, so let me properly spotlight it. Dizzy, for whatever reason, seems to have a video of JoJo in a very compromising position. We put up a selfie of the three of us at the end of the last break. And the rules are simple. For all you horn dogs out there, why not capitalize on sexualizing our coworkers? If we get this picture of the three of us to 1,000 likes, then tomorrow at 1:00, we should probably put a time limit on it, right? Like,
yes,
we can't let it go forever.
Yeah, like 6 months from now, people can't be like, it's at 1,000.
Would it be wrong to push it till Friday? It feels like a Friday thing.
I think that works.
Okay, so Friday
till the end of the week.
Yeah, Friday at 1:00, we will check in on it, and we'll touch on it a couple times throughout the week. If that picture gets to 1,000, then Dizzy will go into his vault in his phone and will post on the Bone Instagram the video of JoJo, which I will say I have seen with my own eyes. It is her in yoga pants in a very compromising position. That's the best way that I can.
Yes.
That's the best way that I can explain it. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
What's up, man? Hey, I'm glad that Kyle Larson is Asian. That is correct. So I'm glad you weren't Wong.
See what I did? I love this.
I don't know who did it, but there's a pattern. Senning Show, turn down your radio, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, gosh darn it. Too many crickets.
It's okay.
Hey, what's happening? I'm a NASCAR nut.
Yeah.
I'm loving that you guys do this. And I try to tell Dizzy Ron Chastain is this new driver, but he's not listening.
I think I hung up on you last time because you're not giving us credit for what we already know. We've talked at length about Ross Chastain. We've talked about the fact that he's an 8th generation watermelon farmer down in Fort Myers.
You're on it.
You're not giving us enough credit, brother.
Yeah, he drove against the wall.
You guys are on it, dude. I'm loving what you guys are doing, man.
Thank you.
You're the only station that does this, and it's just like even on the news, like ESPN and stuff like that. You guys. They don't show anything like Sports Center and stuff. They don't show any NASCAR stuff, man.
Yeah,
you guys are the only people that do this stuff, and it's awesome, dude. I know my friends are loving it. I know when you guys and we're also now instead of listening to the TV, I got to tell you, we're listening to 102.5 The Bone because it's more kind of exciting to listen to the radio while TV's on because it's more exciting. It's crazy.
I like it. Yes, you get home, the radio doesn't have to end. You can turn us on the TV and just keep on vrooming with us, brother. Dizzy's in an area right now where he's towing the line of stolen vrooming valor, as I would call it, where he's in the vroom community, but I'm going to need to see a little more interest and a little more intrigue before I slap the full-blown vroomer on him.
That's crazy.
You shouldn't push back on that.
We made this together, and now I'm not a part of it.
No. You're a part of the movement. You're a part of the movement. But I would ask you one single question: have you watched a race all season?
Yes. Why are you looking at me like that? The one where they went left.
Senning Show,
you're
on the air.
They were all around, dog.
You're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, I agree with that other guy. I'm really glad that you guys talk NASCAR because nobody else does, and I'm glad you guys run the races on the weekend. The audio, it's excellent. I was opposed to them going to Prime for a portion of the season at first, but the coverage is excellent.
Great. It's been insane. It really has. It shows you how. I don't want to diss on anybody else, but how bad the other coverage has been because it's like watching a whole new sport.
And you keep saying but apparently I've been kicked out. So.
No,
I've been kicked out.
Dizzy's working through it. He's working through it. It is crazy to hear how they do.
You talk to me, yeah, I know.
That too, but sometimes tough love works. The way they do it here on the radio station is that they have broadcasters posted up all around the track, so it's constantly a rotation of the different people that are there. So on a normal circular track, there's like 3 or 4 guys, and it's constantly just switching between them as the cars go by them, which is it's a unique way to cover any sport. But very, very cool. They seem very talented, and it's a really cool process that they have. MRN, we are the home of NASCAR in Tampa Bay. Last call before we go to break. Senning Show, who's this?
Hey, this is Dave. Hey, John. Hey, Diz. How you doing?
What up?
What's up?
Hey, Gordon would have had a 5th championship, but the first year that they changed the point format, he dominated that year, and he would have won it by a landslide. But that's the year they changed the first format they changed to, and Kenseth won.
That
ended up winning the
playoff,
championship.
Yeah, a lot of people not a fan of the playoff mode. That's what I'm finding out.
Why?
Just because it used to be like, for example, that guy that won the race this past weekend, he was so far back in the points, and now just because he won that race, even though he hasn't been anywhere near close in any other race, he's now locked in to potentially win the championship.
I like that, though.
I think there's something to it. I think
That's a Cinderella story, though, isn't it? Kind of like now we give everyone a chance. You win that one thing, now you can be our Cinderella story. The guy who everyone said didn't deserve it won it all. That's kind of cool to me.
It definitely puts more emphasis on winning races, which is what I think they ultimately wanted to do. So let's step aside. When we come back, we'll dig into John's joints. I've got my eye on the news right now. I think our president is about to speak. Major things popping off in the Middle East. Are we involved in the war? Are we not involved in the war? Hopefully I'll have a clear answer for you next, as well as a bunch of other stuff coming up in John's joints. Also, that keyword in just a couple minutes as well. Wild Fork Foods. I absolutely love Wild Fork. I'm excited tonight. I've got some elk that is defrosting currently that I'm going to be cooking up with a nice little side salad, no matter what you're looking for. If it's the typical kind of traditional stuff, ground beef, chicken breast, hot dogs, family type meals, they've got it at better prices than you're going to find everywhere. You want to get a little crazy? You want to do some Wagyu or maybe some wild game? They've got the venison, the bison, the yak, rabbit, and much more. You can order online and get it delivered. You can order it online and pick it up, or just go on a shopping spree. They've got locations in South Tampa. There's one here in St. Pete. And I will tell you, this Saturday, mark it on your calendar. I don't get out that way very often, but I will be live with Dr. Barbecue at the Wild Fork in West Chase, starting at 11 a.m. Any opportunity to come out and cook food that Dr. Barbecue has prepared, it's worth the trip. So make your plans this Saturday at the Wild Fork in West Chase, 11 p.m. That keyword's coming up in just a second.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. It's summer, and it's time for Bone, Beer, and Busch Gardens Summer Nights.
Yes!
Extended park hours, all new summer-themed entertainment, the debut of Wild Oasis at Jungala, North America's most immersive kid-friendly adventure realm. And for adults, a full-service bar. And it's the return of free beer. Guests 21 and up can enjoy 1 free beer per visit to the park. And annual pass members can double the promotion and receive 2 complimentary beers per visit. For more information on this offer, guests can visit BuschGardensTampa.com. Enjoy Busch Gardens Summer Nights, now through August 10th. Listen to The Bone all week to win. And as always, head to the free 102.5 The Bone app for more chances to win. 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw radio.
All right, the 3 o'clock word is sand. You can head to the 102.5 The Bone app or theboneonline.com. Enter the word sand for your chance to win $1,000 of Mike Calta's Summer Vacay Cash. Go now. The word is sand.
Hurt in a slip and fall? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
Mom and Dad seem different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Call us Cloud and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
Ah, La Galleria.
And of course, American touches like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin.
Book now and save up to 30% off, plus kids sale free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
The heat is on, and when the heat is on, your AC is on, and when your AC is on, done, your money is gone. Power companies love it, but Solar Bear says enough is enough. Stop renting your power from the power companies. Go solar now and own your power and get your first 12 months completely free. That's 0 power payments for an entire year. Solar Bear is Florida's local solar expert, not some national chain. With over a decade of experience and thousands of 5-star reviews, they're the name you can trust. Call Solar Bear today or visit solarbear.com and start saving before your next bill shows up.
Hey, Bay Area, Randy here for Sun Toyota, where the low and locked-in sales event is going on all month long. We've got nearly 1,000 RAV4s, Tundras, Tacomas, Camrys, and Corollas in stock now. Drive select new models with smoking hot prices and low leases available. Plus, it costs less to own a new Toyota with 4-year maintenance included. Because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen.
Sun, Toyota.com.
Call 800-639-3367 for more details.
It's more than just a fence. It protects your future gardener.
Mom, look at my tomato. Wow.
Your future Olympian. And your future Best in Show. Get your free quote today for all the future brings at fenceoutlet.com.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called Select Quote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40, and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with Select Quote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call Select Quote at 1-800-880-6363. That's 1-800-880-6363. Or go to selectquote.com to get your free quote today. 1-800-880-6363. Details on example rate at selectquote.com.
This hour of Senning Show is brought to you by Hawkins Service Co. One call handles it all.
1025 The Bone. Wheel Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. It's time for John's Choice with your host, John Senning.
Welcome back to Senning Show.
I would never come whatever, leave you know, not forever. It don't matter what you heard. But then I did it. I could change. I'd be better.
It is time to fire up the joints of the day. Lots of things shaking and moving in our world, in our country, in our lives. I'm John Senning. He's Dizzy. And there's only one man with the lung and the bung capacity to help us burn down these joints every single day. He is Drew Garabo.
The hell did you guys do to Mike O, man?
You weren't in here.
Guys, I'm good.
You weren't in here, right?
What do you mean?
just came in here.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw him in the... Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask him what prizes I have to give away. You know the stone-faced look. And he's like, I said, what happened? He goes, guilt by association.
Oh, so he's now lumping you in with this whole thing too?
I guess because we share this hour together, but I tried to explain to him Senning Show is completely separate branded program than Drew Garabo Live.
I'm even trying to help Diz get out of it because Diz, obviously also guilty by association. No need to relive the text messages. I feel like I did that earlier. He can just be a little gruff, and he was quite gruff with me today. So again, should have done it with him here with me, work through our emotions to find out why he was so mad. But he said all the music stations have no problem with this word thing, and you supposedly smart people on this station can't figure it out. SMH.
We ain't smart.
Exactly. And I said, I just said we're busy.
Plus, they got like 50 minutes an hour to think about it because what are they talking for, 30 seconds an hour?
That's what I was alluding to.
Yeah.
And that's the the summer vacay payday that we're referring to. There'll be another word. You got the sweetest of sweet spots, dude.
Do I?
I don't know what your responsibilities are going to be when it comes to picking a winner or having to talk about the winner at some point. But you just got, I think, just one word.
Yeah, just 4, right?
I got to pick a winner.
I know you're not picking a winner. You probably don't have to do anything.
He has 2 words.
Oh, there's one at 5 too.
Yeah, there is one at 5.
Okay, sorry, you got 2 words.
Oh boy, I was all excited when I heard you guys earlier saying I only had one. Now I got 2.
Sorry. See, that's the thing.
Nobody knows.
Clearly, not the one to ask. I've already been chastised for my lack of knowledge regarding the giveaway as a whole. So, not the one. Not the one. John's Joints brought to you by Bubble Down Car Wash. Really, truly the greatest car wash in the whole wide world. Those long wash tunnels, spacious vacuums, and amazing staff always make for the perfect experience. You know, those spacious vacuums. If you've been to one of these other places where you're all jammed in on top of each other and your big hose is wrapped around your neighbor's neck, and then next thing you know, there's a domestic dispute. You don't want any of that, and you won't have it at Bubble Down. They've got location in Tampa, Brandon, Riverview, Wesley, Chapel, and Palm Harbor. You'll have the cleanest car in town every time you bull down. So I'm going to ask one question.
I'm going to give you one answer.
And then we're going to move on because I've now been caught in the crosshair. Like somehow I did something wrong for no pun intended, dropping it yesterday after we talked about it, the toilet thing. Everybody getting on me saying I backed down too quickly after making such a big thing about it. Did you hear anything from JoJo today, or did you guys have any conversations?
We chatted for a bit while she set up some stuff in the conference room.
Okay.
Why?
Because she came in here guns a-blazing. So I feel, since I've already been categorized as a simp for Garabo and a Drew-pologist and a poopologist, I feel like it's my duty to tell you that JoJo came in here and went scorched earth. On me and you, ultimately.
I still don't think it was you. I still think that I'm getting messed with.
I pooped.
Well, that is only the beginning of the story. And
okay, so if you poop and it all doesn't go down, what am I supposed to go tell my mommy?
Well, per Joj, you should have went and told her.
Oh, hey, Joj, I just crapped in the toilet and it didn't flush all the way. We're adults here. You're supposed to report that to someone? It's not my fault they can't manufacture a good toilet.
To hold your load.
To hold an extensive bowel movement.
I was surprised that you didn't tell me when I told you.
I didn't say it wasn't me. I just said, well, that's unfortunate.
I thought you would have just been like, that was me.
No, I saw what.
That's why I thought you were messing with me. No. I was like, you didn't tell me, and then later you're like, it was me. I go, I think he's messing with me.
I'm just a bitch boy, so you just poo wherever you want. If you don't want to flush it, that's
good. Like I don't understand the fascination of talking about it on the other programs.
Well, it caught. Was it more than just one?
Yeah. I've been getting notes all day long.
Yeah. Well, it was. I think part of the story, at least from what I've heard, is that I made this big thing out of it, and then I stepped down immediately. Like that was, I think the angle that at least I heard other people talking about that. I think the term that I heard JP use today was that I'm intimidated by you, and that's why I did not further press on the issue with the lack of the toilet being flushed.
He's probably right because he always is.
This story. We used to cover stuff like this all the time on Drew Garabo Live, and Drew would say, if it's not your kids, you did the wrong thing. But I think if it is your kids, you don't really have another option. It's a tragic tale. A father drowned over the weekend after rushing into the ocean to save his children. Authorities said the incident happened on Father's Day. Oh, dude, to go on Father's Day. Being a good father, being a hero on Father's Day, dying on Father's Day. Antoine Wilson, 33, of Lauderhill, had been spending time with his kids at the beach in Fort Lauderdale. Dispatchers began receiving... Oh, God.
Get your ass in here.
Oh, God. Oh, dude, I will tell you this. I don't want to do this. We have to, but I'm just telling you, I don't want to.
I'm glad I'm sitting over there and not in between them two.
Yes. You are supposed to let me know when you leave a seismic poop in the toilet that will not flush so that your coworkers do not have to smell nor see what has transpired.
So if I perhaps flush and there are skid mark remnants, am I then to report back to you that I've left skid marks on the white porcelain bowl?
No, because that will eventually go away.
So
I will put an out of order sign. I will call a plumber. I will do whatever I have to do for you.
Here's what happened, Joj. I evacuated.
Yeah.
And I flushed, and I noticed that not everything went down. So I thought, well, better flush again because I'm a concerned citizen. Flushed again, and that's when the tide started rising. And it did not get to a point where it overflowed, thus spilling loggage onto the floors. That it had logs spilled onto the floor, I would have come and gotten you. But as it was, I just figured, it'll work itself out somehow.
Yeah, we'll just leave it for somebody else to find. Now,
I didn't know that, little Chicken Little over there, like,
I started
Me?
it.
No, him.
If there's one person who's going to have a meltdown about coming face to face with a beast like that, it's going to be me.
Well, I just figured since you farted last week, we're bros and we can start pooping and farting around each other. He farted in front of me, Judge. First time in like 8 years of knowing him. Just ripped ass. He made me pull his finger.
Trust me.
Oh my God.
I know. Can you believe it?
We're in that mode. I'll do it in front of you.
Hell yeah.
Catastrophically different things taking place there.
Yeah.
If
Same neighborhood.
Listen, I don't care that it was I don't care. What I care about is that other people had to go in there after you.
What a power move to make John Brennan flush it, by the way.
Cleaning lady quit. She said, "Adios mio."
What was
Diablo,
Yeah,
and
she
walked
didn't
out.
quit voluntarily. Ice is in the area. I flashed my brights.
They really
Oh my God.
They are. All right. I love you all, and I'm sorry because I brought it back up. Can we please stop with the poop talk?
You started it.
Can we please? I felt like if you didn't know, it would have been disingenuous to not tell you that JoJo came in here and went scorched earth on the situation. That would have been
listen,
wrong.
there's nothing that I would say to anybody
No,
that I
I
wouldn't
know,
say
but-
to. And I said it to him. I go,
She did.
next time, could you let me know and I will take care of it?
Right. So I felt
Scorched
like I was
earth
doing
a bit much. That was more like in general, like if people can't clean up after themselves.
Clean up. I flushed the damn toilet. I wiped my butt.
It was a little bit of scorched earth.
Because I talk fast and loud doesn't mean that that's scorched earth.
From my perspective, it felt like scorched earth.
Okay.
I mean, get some dude wipes in here.
I wouldn't. The thing is,
I
I
will
wouldn't
keep
have
those
even.
for you.
So great. Thank you.
I wouldn't have
Bed
brought it
chill,
up.
please.
It would have died.
You
legit. I heard you try to bring it up with Johnny earlier, and he breezed by it. Then you said, before we get to anything, we need to talk about that. You did that. Now,
of course I want to talk about it.
I'm not picking
I don't have
sides
a
here.
problem talking about it.
All right.
Same.
Poops, pees,
Okay,
burps,
I got it.
farts.
Everybody does it.
Love it.
I love
You're a
you,
farter
Joe.
now,
I
John.
love you,
Come on.
Joe.
You're in the
Thank you.
club, buddy.
Better out than in. I mean, I guess it depends on what that is.
Love,
but-
that's
love you,
true.
Judge. Thank you. You're the best. Thank you.
I
think
How
guess
long
he's
did you do a
dismissing
show
you.
with John?
Yeah.
It was like 5 years, but just the two of us.
Took me less than 5 months to hear him fart.
That's more about something that's going on with my body and less about my trust with you, Diz. So I mean, don't
You guys all have gut issues that you need to get checked out, apparently.
What I get brought in?
You're just a guy. I feel like
Yeah,
that's
you're
just
guilt
par
by
for the course.
association.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Much like the Mike O situation.
All right. Let's all just put a bookend on this. It's wrapped up.
Okay,
We've
so
got
company
closure.
policy, just so we're all on the same page.
Let me
is
know.
If we defecate
No.
and we flush the toilet
Yes.
and not everything goes down, then we flush again.
Which you did not do because you said it didn't go down, and I don't know where the button is. I didn't know that there was. If it doesn't have a foot lever, I didn't see it.
all right.
JP says, if I don't turn
tone.
around, I don't see it.
All right,
Tone
Joj,
is
thank you.
patronizing
We're moving along.
unfortunate.
The fecal content that is taking place on a show with my name connected to it makes me want to quit radio as of today. So, Joj, I love you, and I'm glad that you came in here to have this face to face. I'm sorry I ever brought it up.
I think it's great. I love seeing you squirm.
Yeah,
I love seeing you uncomfortable.
Thank you. Well, you've done all of that and more.
That's number one. But number two,
Bye.
Everybody good?
thanks, Joj.
Thank you.
Love you. Sorry, ruined everything.
Somehow I turn.
Oh, it's fine. I love you. And next time, let me know.
Somehow I turn out to be the victim here.
When
It's
he
like, be
said
careful what you
Chicken
get
Little
for.
over there, I got so different. What did I do? All I heard was Little. I was like, that's me. That's me. You're going
I
to
just
call me
meant
names
the
now?
sky was falling. I didn't mean
Yeah.
there was a height thing.
By the way, you mentioned the ice thing. Did you hear me bring that up earlier?
Yeah, of course.
So it is a real thing. Where is your moral compass on people alerting the fact that there is ice in the area?
It's like shining your brights, like you guys said. Like it's just like a little consideration. Like, hey, if you're illegal, you might want to go into work at the old depot today.
You would have thought if there were legal ramifications that they would have we would already hear about it. Like we'd be hearing about it more so in LA and the places where they really are. But I saw people, naming specifics with pictures and overpasses, and maybe specific stores where you would think they would be posted up.
I saw the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. On one hand, it might be interfering with a legal operation. You know what I mean?
And I think it is. And I think the reason that even pops in my head, and I know that a lot of it's just posturing and crazy talk, but, there's the AOC has said that she was going to do all this and that to try and stop these certain raids. And then Homan, the big, the ICE guy, came out and said, well, we'll arrest you. So I just don't know where the line is of impeding. If you went to that location and you knew there was going to be a bunch of potential illegal immigrants there and you started saying, go, 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 they're going to be here soon, and then they pull up while you're actively telling them to leave, is that enough for them to go, okay, well, now you're arrested as well?
I don't know. They've been doing this for years, though. After the storms the last couple of summers, you see every place with signs in the window, we've got ICE.
Yeah. That is. I did see that. Did you see that Trump is backing off on? He came out a few days ago and said that he was going to protect the workers and that it was totally ruining the agricultural and the hospitality business. So he said he was looking into, I have it right here because he walked it back already. But this was him, I think, on Friday, talking about walking back deportations for people that are working on farms and in restaurants.
What made you change your mind about targeting in California farmers and people in the hotel and leisure business?
Well, we're not targeting. In fact, if you look today, I put out a statement today about farmers. Our farmers are being hurt badly by, they have very good workers. They've worked for them for 20 years. They're not citizens, but they've turned out to be, great. And we're going to have to do something about that. We can't take farmers and take all their people and send them back because they don't have maybe what they're supposed to have, maybe not. And you know what's going to happen and what is happening? They get rid of some of the people because, you go into a farm and you look and people they've been there for 20, 25 years and they've worked great and the owner of the farm loves them and everything else. And then you're supposed to throw them out. And you know what happens? They end up hiring the people, the criminals that have come in, the murderers from prisons and everything else. So we're going to have an order on that pretty soon, I think. We can't do that to our farmers and leisure, too.
So that was on Friday. He kind of threw it out there. And then I believe almost immediately, probably some people Trump yanks brief reprieve for immigrants he said are good, longtime workers. The Trump administration has reopened arrest after days of immigrant workers at hotels, restaurants, and agricultural businesses, backtracking on the brief reprieve they got after Donald Trump said they were necessary, good, longtime workers whose jobs were almost impossible to replace. You do have to wonder if the framework is just built so deeply right now that it is not fully possible to get rid of all these people.
Right.
And it's messed up to say because people like to jump on those that say, well, what are we going to do with the people that are mowing our lawns and picking our strawberries and doing all these different things? And they go, oh, you're just racist then because you think that they're here to do those jobs. But there's a sliver of reality in there. You go down to a place like Ruskin where they're picking tomatoes and strawberries and stuff. And a lot of those farms are being powered by immigrants that do not have their papers. And if you go and get them all in one day, you're going to notice tangible effects probably sooner than later.
I think it sounded to me like Trump has a friend or business associate who owns a farm who got in his ear who was like, hey, man, you might not have considered this, but blah, blah, blah. And so he's like, oh, I better do something about that.
And clearly his other friend came to him and said, hey, you promised you were going to take away all the immigrants. You got to go back to that. Clearly the man has got a lot cooking at this point. I know a lot of people, we are big supporters of ketamine, and I think this story specifically and the finer points of it have done a lot of damage to the, I would say, public reputation of ketamine. I know that we've talked to people about potentially trying ketamine for different mental things going on, and immediately the first thing that they think about is Matthew Perry. And they say that, and I think we could just not talk about it, but I think there's something to having a conversation about what actually happened to Matthew Perry and the dirty, bad people that he was working with that ultimately led to his death, not the drug. Because a doctor that was charged with giving Matthew Perry ketamine in the month leading up to the Star's overdose death will plead guilty after denying everything up until recently. Dr. Salvador Plasencia agreed to a plea deal to 4 counts of distribution of ketamine, according to the signed document filed in federal court. In exchange for his plea, prosecutors agreed to drop 3 additional counts of distribution of ketamine and 2 counts of falsifying documents. Federal prosecutors said in a statement that the plea carries a maximum sentence of 40 years in prison, and they say that his formal plea is going to be coming in front of a judge in the next couple weeks. This was so dirty. If I watch the documentary, when you look at all of these backdoor avenues, he was going to get his hands on the ketamine, and then he had an assistant who was totally reckless and shooting him up multiple times a day, shot him up, and then he went and got in the hot tub and then was left alone. So, I mean, there are so many things that are wrong with the way he got it and how he was doing it. I do think it's important to point those things out for anybody who has even thought about doing ketamine, in a healthy manner before.
And a responsible doctor would be like the one who supervises our treatments, who never in a million years would give it to us recreationally. We only do it under doctor's supervision, under therapeutic conditions. He's never going to be like, oh, here's some to get you over for the weekend.
Well, dude, and this guy, I mean, he was buying so much ketamine.
Yeah.
I mean, an insane amount of ketamine. Like, to be, there are these people that talking about Elon, which I guess can kind of segue into that, constantly being on ketamine. I mean, we're doing it in a therapeutic manner, and you got the goggles on, you got the music playing, you're completely, for the most part, detached from reality. So I don't know. I know that it was a party favor back in your day.
Hell yeah.
I can't imagine what it would be like to be on it and then be out and about in the world.
So I have friends who utilize it recreationally, and they seem to have a great time doing it. I have no interest in it for that. I like it for a therapeutic thing, but they all seem to have an absolute blast doing it, and they're all responsible people working good jobs.
I wonder if the just from a curiosity standpoint, if the dosage would be considered way less or way more than we get.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we probably do a maximum dosage because, like, you couldn't go out. Like, they won't even let us drive for an hour.
Oh,
afterwards.
yeah, and nor would I want. I mean, most of the time, nor would I want to. Like, there is a period of time where you're trying to get it together.
But you're saying that they're basically microdosing ketamine and functioning.
That's what I think. I think they're just doing like a little tiny bumpski here and there and still functioning, whereas we get in the IV probably a good-sized dose.
Well, and that's the thing, too, is I think the other option, which I don't know if it's on the streets, but I've heard there's lozenges. Ketamine lozenges, where what they'll do, and I'm sure you could do the same thing with the drip, is they'll put in a lozenge, wait for like 20 minutes, and then they have a therapist come in. So you actually have a therapy session while on a certain dose of ketamine, which so they have they gave us a new piece of paper after my last treatment where they really want you to, it kind of breaks down, like, focusing on the things that you thought about during your ketamine, journaling being a big thing, because they say it can be easy to lose the things that kind of were awakening in your mind if you don't write them down or focus on them in the days after, which I find to be interesting. And I would imagine with a therapist, that's what's happening, is you're not only thinking of it, but then you're diving into it in a way that maybe your mind wouldn't do on its own.
Yeah, and if you listen to the podcasts, 2 of them that John and I recorded, where we recorded our thoughts right afterwards,
Dude, it's crazy.
They're scrambled like eggs, man.
And the people that we talk to, that it changed their life. I mean, one of them, probably the most prominent figure locally, is Rodney Bailey, who talks about it openly. A former NFL star, Super Bowl champion, who you would have, if you saw a picture of him, I mean, how long ago was that? 5 years ago, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
5 years ago today. And I mean, he puts a lot of that on ketamine, and obviously he'll tell you, the potential CTE, the pain, a lot of different things with him that have been helped. But this guy is now a physical specimen, with walking around with the biggest smile you've ever seen in your life. When you go back 5 years plus, I think he was battling booze. He was down. He was large, and it's changed his life. And that's a great place to hear some of those stories if you're curious about it.
Yeah, and the other one we spoke to, Molly Gandhi, a supermodel, who it really helped her unwind trauma that had taken place, about being a good mom now.
And she was somebody who was, she talks about it, like she was ready to die.
Yep.
And I think that's the spot where it can have a bunch of different benefits for a bunch of different people in certain situations, but like for people who are right there, who are like, I don't know if I want to be here one more day.
Right.
That is the people that seem to be helped immediately to just get them out of that exact headspace. Not saying that one treatment changes everything, but if you're there, I think it can take you out of there from what I've heard from many other people.
Yeah, because I don't think you and I are deeply disturbed, and I don't think we're wired for suicidal ideation, but we've got stuff.
Yeah.
And what the ketamine treatment did was help get to the root of that stuff. Why are we thinking this way? What happened to us in the past, et cetera?
Yeah, it's Priority UMD, Dr. Brent. Shout out. He's the man. Oh, look at that. He's also the guy behind Tiza. So shout out to Dr. Brent, Priority UMD. We love you over there.
Hell yeah.
We absolutely love
Great
you.
work.
So the tie into Elon, which was how this potentially could mean anything. Like, you could post anything on the internet. He posted on Twitter a picture of a drug test that is negative for all drugs. And all I could think was, do you think that actually proves anything?
No.
Like, when was this taken? Because the New York Times pretty much did this big write-up that the fallout of his relationship with Trump was directly related to the fact that he was on all sorts of drugs constantly, ketamine, ecstasy, coke, all of these different things. So I get him feeling like he wanted to clear his name, but at the same time, I have no faith that this drug test means anything. Like you don't think Elon Musk could just make up a fake drug test? It's just interesting to see him post it and be like, his caption was LOL. Like somehow that's a gotcha moment that he posted a negative drug test. That's probably the most easily created thing you could find.
Oh man, I didn't know he was doing coke and ecstasy.
Yeah, he was supposedly doing a little bit of everything. If there's any truth to it. I was trying to look for the latest update because I think Trump was meeting with the Security Council. Things really heated up last night where it seemed people thought the United States getting involved in the conflict between Iran and Israel was either happening or just about to happen. There have been some statements from the vice president and President Trump that make it seem like if we don't get a deal done or they don't sign off on stopping everything they're doing, that we're probably going to help by using these bunker-busting bombs because they've got an underground facility. I don't see that he's come out and given a statement, but I did find it very interesting. An X account that was created to track the business of pizza shops may have predicted a major international event. A new site called the Pentagon Pizza Report tracks the real-time foot traffic at pizza spots near the Pentagon, hinting at officials who are working late at the government building. Hours before Israel launched Operation Rising Lion, the account posted the activity of 4 pizza shops, captioning the post, most pizza establishments near the Pentagon are experiencing average traffic as of 3:05, and those went up as the night went on. The strikes took place late Thursday as the Pentagon Pizza Report monitored pizza shops in the Arlington, Virginia area. The account continued posting updates about the closest and second closest Domino's to the Pentagon.
That's disappointing.
At 8:57 last night, they reported that the local Domino's had a surge in traffic, which was when Trump was probably announcing that he was coming back to D.C. and he wanted the Security Council and everybody to be there when he got there.
Brilliant. But I'm very shocked that our Pentagon doesn't have a pizza oven where they can just, go undetected. Like, take some government millions and build a pizza oven.
Dude, that's a great point. I'd like to think that the Pentagon is almost like Richie Rich's house, where you got like a McDonald's in there, and then I would think you could hire like a highfalutin New York pizza guy to come in there.
Mario Batali?
Something like that. I mean, I will say the fact that these people who are pretty much behind protecting us as a country are eating Domino's, being fueled by Domino's, it doesn't bring me great joy.
I was an intern at ESPN, and they definitely had on-site chefs. The Pentagon has none. They have no pizza people and all that.
What was it?
They're burying the lead here.
At Bristol, Connecticut?
No, in Canada. An intern, yeah.
What'd you do?
It was basically a couple things. One was highlight selection, where you'd have to watch a game. Like, it was mostly baseball games and hockey games. And when plays happen, you had to go, mark this, send this to the clip team so they could clip this area because this seems like a clip.
That's
we could
pretty
use on
cool.
highlights.
Dude.
Yeah.
Did they have a separate ESPN? Is that a dumb question?
Yeah, they did. It
Canadian
was
ESPN.
Canadian ESPN is TSN.
Oh, that
Just
is.
the
I was going to
branch,
say TSN. So that is the same company.
Yeah. It's the branch
damn.
off of ESPN.
So, like, they have ESPN2, ESPN the Ocho, and up in Canada, they have ESPN-A.
That's good.
Thank you.
That's really good. The game is tonight. Oilers and Panthers.
Yeah.
So Panthers can seal the deal tonight.
They can, but will they?
What's everybody saying? What are the vibes? What are you betting is really the question.
What am I betting? I think I might throw some on the Oilers today.
I got.
Oh, really?
I got a little bit on the Oilers.
Did you see
You got the Oilers too? Yeah.
Did you see those stories going around that were supposedly inside sources from down on the ice and referees that said that the trash talk in this series has been unlike anything they've ever heard before?
No.
Like that there are things that are off limits and that there's usually a standard way that hockey players trash talk each other.
Oh.
And this has gone so far out of bounds, which I believe, because going back a couple games to that game when they were fighting each other, that was a level of rage and anger where it wasn't like, let's get at them. Let's try and ruffle their feathers. You play the mental games of hockey. It was, I want to kill this mother effer. Like that was the energy that those guys had towards each other. So it'll be exciting. It's hard to read. It feels like maybe it's split. People who go, well, we should be a champion for hockey in Florida, and for that, the idea of Florida holding all these Stanley Cups should be something that we want. And there's the other half that go, the Panthers are scum, and anybody but the Panthers.
Yeah, I hate to say this. This series has made me a Brad Marchand fan.
Dude, he's
incredible.
He is
37.
So much better than I think. I wouldn't say this is the thing that's put the spotlight on him, but in a way, it kind of has. I think it's put the spotlight on him in a different way. And I see more people talking about the good that he does as well. And there's something about the dichotomy between being the dirtiest, nastiest rat on the ice and then actually in real life having a big heart and kind of being a sweetie. So
I'm sure you saw the same thing I did about his neighbor. I guess Marchand left his garage door open, so a neighbor left him a ring message.
That's what it was.
Hey, your garage door's open. So Marchand gave him a couple of pair of tickets to Game 6.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
We threw it out. I believe we talked about it the other day. I believe he's on a 1-year deal.
Yeah,
so
he is.
I don't know that we're in a situation where the Lightning could make a run at him, but you imagine if you had to pick. Here's a tough one.
Go on.
You can get Marchand.
Yep.
Or you can bring back Stammer.
From a hockey perspective, it's Marchand all day. From a sentimental standpoint, it's Stammer.
Good point.
Let Stammer do one season and retire.
Yeah. I'd like to see that. Something just a little more involved than the I'm going to come back like Longo just did and be a bolt for a day. And I'd like to see him maybe play a couple games at the end of his career or even a season and do it that way. But I think you're right. If we're in the business of winning cups, I think Marchand, especially based on what happens here in the next couple games, will be very coveted and would be a great addition to the Lightning.
What if the Oilers can win 2 games in a row?
That'd be fun. That'd be fun.
Are they in Florida today?
Yeah.
They're in Florida tonight, Edmonton for Game 7 if necessary.
Dude, by the way, speaking of things surrounding the hockey games, dude, shout out to Taylor Swift. Did you see that when they were at the Panthers game in Florida, her and Travis, and then either that day before the game or the next morning, she went and toured a children's cancer hospital, and there's tons of videos out there. And it's just like when you got that much money and you could throw $1 million at it, it's still so damn impressive. I think that she's almost – I was talking to our buddy Gordy earlier about people that are on that fame level that when you see them, it's almost like you can't believe who you're seeing.
Right.
And I think like her and maybe a Tom Cruise, maybe a handful of other people that I can't even think of off the top of my head. It's like when you see them, they're so larger than life that can you imagine being a kid sick in a cancer ward? I don't think it's a ward. That's in a prison. But still, Taylor Swift walks in. Like, it's almost like you wouldn't be able to believe your own eyes.
I like seeing little kids freaking out when athletes or celebrities pay them attention. Like, they're waiting for a sign something, and they just, lose it. I love that stuff.
We're going to step aside for a moment. When we come back, I've got a little study that was done about the ages of moms these days. You might be surprised by how old the age of the new mommy is. And I love digging into newfound happenings in the animal kingdom. There's a certain species out there that is kidnapping its counterpart, and I'll tell you all about it on the back half of John's Joints. But first, we love telling you about Win Derby right here in St. Petersburg. A lot of people I know when they hear us talk about the poker room and the beautiful establishment, they go, well, I don't know how to play poker. Well, enough of that, because they've got 2 new giant murals that explain all of the finer points of the game, even little handouts you can walk around with that show you everything you need to know to be a pro.
Yeah, if it's been a couple of years since you've been, you owe it to yourself to make another visit. It's beautiful inside, spacious. You can host a work outing there, a gathering of your friends, a gathering of your family, and win some money by playing some Texas Hold'em, a little Pie Gal, a little bit of war like John likes. Win Derby is absolutely awesome, and you can win money.
The thing is, so many elements of Win Derby kind of take you back to the glory days of table games. They've got $5 minimums at some of the tables, which you don't find often. They're giving you free cocktails while you play, and they got appetizers even coming around all the time as well. And it is a great spot for you to host any kind of, whether it's an office gathering, a family function. They've got the buffet utilities to take care of everything you need, even a giant space out back. Check them out online at win-derby.com. It's win-derby.com.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Stream Real Raw Radio live. Anytime on the free 102.5 The Bone app. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
2 right lanes still closed on Seminole Boulevard in Almerton and St. Pete. If you're heading that direction, definitely expect a slowdown. Now, I'm getting told that the off-ramp Veterans Expressway South exit 2 is closed right now, and it is causing a backup, so expect a slowdown if you are heading that direction. Bridges looking great so far, running up to speed and accident-free, and seeing the normal slowdowns on the interstates Hillsborough side. I'm Ashley with traffic.
After you've been injured at no fault of your own, you shouldn't be stuck footing the medical bills or dealing with lost wages. Farah and Farah's accident attorneys are here to make it easy. Contact Farah and Farah, 1-800-500-5555, farahandfarah.com. Make it a Farah fight, Tampa.
Sometimes you just need a change in life, whether you're just entering the workforce or been doing the same job for a decade and you're ready for that change. John Senning here for the National Aviation Academy. If you didn't know, we've got the NAA right in our own backyard in beautiful Clearwater, Florida, where you can get your hands dirty. I learn with my hands getting in there, and that's what you'll be doing, working on the engines of jets and planes. And the way that things work at the NAA, you could be entering the workforce in just a few months. Make that decision today. The next class starts July 9th. Check them out at naa.edu.
Add value and security to your property today by contacting Fence Outlet. Now offering customers 0% financing for 12 months on any Fence product. Go to fenceoutlet.com today for more details. Terms of financing apply. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
It's win or go home in the playoffs, but not for new customers at Hard Rock Bet. If your first bet doesn't win, you'll get a bonus bet back up to $100 to try again. Playoff hockey, playoff basketball, WNBA, UFC, and so much more. Plus, get ready for a summer full of soccer at Hard Rock Bet. All you need to do is go and download the Hard Rock Bet app or simply go to hardrock.bet and start betting today. It's Hard Rock Bet, offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 888-ADMIT-IT.
Wait, you're leaving us? You're matching pajamas.
Matching silk pajamas, babe.
You discover Heineken and now you go out to, watch live sports?
We were literally made to wrap you in luxury, to vibe, to recharge your soul.
And your weighted blanket is here.
It's like a blanket, but so weighted.
Don't listen to your PJs. Head to the game with some friends and grab some ice-cold Heinekens. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
Hey, Bay Area, Randy here for Sun Toyota, where the low and locked-in sales event is going on all month long. We've got nearly 1,000 RAV4s, Tundras, Tacomas, Camrys, and Corollas in stock now. Drive select new models with smoking hot prices and low leases available. Plus, it costs less to own a new Toyota with 4-year maintenance included. Because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen.
Sun, Toyota.com.
Call 800-639-3367 for more details.
It's Jeff Jr. from Trajan Wealth, and I've got something important to talk to you about, your 401k. If you have changed jobs, there are 2 very important considerations. You don't want to leave your 401k behind, and you don't want to roll it over into your new company plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. 401ks will often have limited investments or age-based options. Since companies have to make choices to suit all employees, they may not be suited to you, which could cost you fees and money. When you roll over your 401k into an IRA, you not only keep your money growing tax deferred, but you also gain access to a world of investment options specifically designed for you. Trajan Wealth and our fiduciary advisors have helped thousands, and we can do the same for you. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor.
The bigger, better, faster summer event is on at Jerry Ohm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Get deals on over 1,000 vehicles in stock during the Employee Pricing Plus event. Save up to $15,000 on new 2025 models, and your first 3 payments are on us. And don't forget to visit our website and enter for your chance to win a new Ram 1500. It's all happening at the #1 Ram dealer in the U.S., Jerry Ohm. Tampa is Ohm Country. Online at jerryohm.com. Call 1-800-840-0798 for complete details.
Have you been hurt in an accident? Bernetti PA is here with a quick response. One call and we're on it. It's fast, easy, and focused on you. Quick action, real results. Bernetti PA, we're ready. Offices Lakeland, Tampa, St. Pete.
Big news. Newsmax just went public on the New York Stock Exchange. And millions like you are joining our news revolution. Newsmax is now the 4th highest rated news channel, just behind CNN. Reuters says we're one of the top news brands in America. 40 million Americans go to Newsmax for shows with Rob Schmidt, Greta Van Susteren, Rob Finnerty, and more. So download our free Newsmax app on your smartphone or TV and start watching. President Trump says Newsmax is truly terrific. Get the free Newsmax app and check out Newsmax shares on the stock exchange. Go to newsmaxinvest.com. That's newsmaxinvest.com. This is not an offer to buy or sell securities, nor shall there be any sale of securities in any jurisdiction in which such an offer would be unlawful.
Summer is here, and it's time to eat, sip, and bar hop in downtown St. Pete. Visit DTSPSummernights.com to win a $200 gift card to some of the best hotspots, like Whiskey Exchange, Who's on First, Double and Drop, There Goes the Neighborhood, and Tequila Daisy.
When it really matters, choose Farrah and Farrah. Here for you, here for good. Tampa.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Sun, Toyota.com.
I'm Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Paul Delgado. A scattering of showers and storms around for a time tonight and then becoming mostly clear. Lows about 78. The summer sing-along continues on Wednesday. Sunshine early, a scattering of afternoon storms and high temperatures in the low to mid-90s.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
Senning Show. Got a couple more joints to fire up. Drew Garabo will have your next keyword at 4 o'clock for your chance to win $1,000. We're doing it. So how many times is that a day? The first one, I think, is at 8?
7.
9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10.
We do 10 times a day?
1 at 8,
wow.
1 at 9, 1 at 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So every time you put a word in, that's another entry for your chance to win $1,000, which is pretty sweet.
Hell yeah. Download that 1025 The Bone app. It's free.
Dude, did you see the images out of that Slightly Stupid Little Stranger show in Charlotte?
No.
Dude, it was... I thought when I first saw the videos of it, I thought it had to have been in San Diego because I know they do like a stadium-type building in San Diego. It was in... I would want to say Charleston, but now I'm second-guessing myself. Maybe it was Charlotte. It was Charleston or Charlotte, but it was in a stadium. Not a full-blown, like, Ray J stadium, but it was a giant stadium. And when Little Stranger was on, it looked pretty damn packed already. Probably got to be, I don't know, some of those festivals get a little crazy. Got to be one of the bigger crowds that they've played for.
Sarah felt bad because she reached out to your wife and said, hey, can't wait to see you guys at Little Stranger. And Danielle was like,
We're working through the finer points on that right now. We're working through
What are the issues?
We're working through that. We have a previous engagement that we did not cross paths streams on. Well, her and I did not. Yeah.
Communications.
She keeps track of all dates and things in her special little calendar. Only if I give her those dates. So
she can't read your mind.
She had a date in there that I didn't give her that date. It's a we're working through some things.
Oh, all right. What could possibly be more important than Slightly Stupid and Little Stranger in Iration?
You got a point. Dude, I saw your post about Bonnaroo, and I don't know how I got these people. I don't know how these people, I accept everybody on Facebook, so who knows where they came from. I have multiple people on my Facebook friends that were vendors at Bonnaroo.
Yeah, same.
What an absolute debacle. I mean, just insanity. And for all the people that were bitching and moaning that they canceled it, I hope you followed up and saw the pictures of what it looked like out there, because there were legitimate rivers raging through the middle of the grounds. And I think a lot of people, the vendors and people that were camping, I think they got stranded there. I think a lot of people could not leave. Is it true that technically, based on that, was ICP the last one to perform?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think they might have been too. So, because I saw a lot of people posting, the year we'll never forget, the year that ICP headlined Bonnaroo.
I felt bad because some people believed me that we were headed out there. Like, I saw that it was canceled, and I'm like, this is going to be funny. I'll just put on the Drew Garabo Live Facebook page that Sarah and I are going to turn off our phones and get a roadmap and go up there. And, like, all the people who were like, bro, turn your phone back on. It's canceled. Like, I would ever just go anywhere without technology.
But yeah, it was on brand. I feel like you've been doing more stuff like that. So people are like, oh, look at this. That's so awesome. He's doing that.
Would have been cool.
Well, also, yeah. Did you mentioned the ICP thing? Did you watch it? Because I ended up watching the whole thing.
It looked great.
It visually was awesome.
Yeah.
But they had, I don't know how much of that you were hearing was actually them.
Oh, you think they were rapping over tracks?
Well, the tracks were definitely there and all the way up, because specifically with Shaggy, like some of these songs were recorded in like 1994. So they sound drastically different. And in some situations, he would put the mic down, but he's still going. So I think at this point, they are leaning into the spectacle of it.
Yeah.
They had how many? Probably 1,000 2-liters of Faygo on the stage, and then they bring in probably 20 different clowns, and the lights are crazy. So I think it's becoming more
Faygo, the drink.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude,
that's an ICP thing.
That's the Juggalo. That's the Juggalo lifestyle.
That's a Detroit drink, though.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I see it in Detroiters all the time. What do you mean they bring it on stage?
Oh no, they
Faygo showers.
Dude, they live and die by Faygo. They bring it and then they shake it up and they spray it all over the crowd
like champagne.
Pretty much. When we did a thing years ago on Drew Garabo Live where they did it wasn't The Gathering, but it was their spin-off of The Gathering that was like a 2 or 3 day concert in St. Pete. And the two funny things were Drew started a petition to get them out of St. Pete, to keep the Juggalos out of St. Pete. So then they sent me down there with a picture of Drew to say, hey, this guy's trying to keep you out of St. Pete. What do you think of this? So all these Juggalos were, having
roasting
fun with the picture of
Gay magician.
But
gay magician.
They said it looked like a gay
magician. That was a funny line.
Which was great.
Dude, but this one dude, he looked like he was 100 years old, and they were tailgating right downtown St. Pete, and they were making Faygo dogs. They had hot dogs, and they were boiling them in grape Faygo. And this dude is like got to be at least 65 years old, had been following the Insane Clown Posse for decades. And, dude, the Faygo is deeply entrenched in the whoop-whoop Juggalo lifestyle.
Hell yeah, it is.
Family.
So you got drenched before?
Oh, I've been drenched, yeah. I've been drenched with Faygo. I've been hit with a chicken leg. They used to bring out big buckets of fried chicken when they did chicken hunting and throw it out to the crowd. It's a very interactive, fun experience.
Sarah's saying we need to see them in concert. I would love to see them.
It would be really fun if they came through and did, like, I don't know the last time they did Janice. Like, seeing them at Janice would be, rather than a giant, state or festival, to see them in a smaller place would be pretty nuts.
I think it's common knowledge now that some rappers rap over tracks.
Yeah.
It didn't used to be.
Yeah.
And I saw Run DMC at this little club, JJ Whispers in Orlando, and I remember Run's microphone went out, and then you could still hear him rapping. And I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, it's tough. It's definitely a thing. I mean, it's
hard.
There are a few out there. I think mainstream. I think Kendrick has obviously brought back no backing track. Not even maybe brought it back. Maybe the first two on the largest scale perfect using no real vocal backing tracks.
When you went and saw Wu-Tang, they did all their tracks.
Looked like it. Yeah.
Because when I saw them, you could hear them going, you could hear them taking the breath.
Yeah, and I think some do. And then a lot of times the idea of a hype man, obviously they're there, but it is a breath control thing to where you need somebody to get those words in. So it's just very, very interesting.
The breath control part is the most difficult. When I do stuff with TL, I'm like, my voice is completely different. If you put a track on right now, I could rap just like, but with TL, it's like,
yeah, live and probably the adrenaline and all that.
The drums, you got to rap over them. It's like, that's me.
Because I teased that I'll pay off on this. A baby howler monkey clung to the back of an older male monkey. Its tiny fingers grasping fur, but they're not related. They're not even the same species. Scientists spotting surprising evidence of what they're calling monkey kidnappings while reviewing video from a small island in Panama. The capuchin monkeys were seen carrying at least 11 howler babies between a period of time over the span of a year. This is a very shocking finding, according to a behavioral ecologist at the Max Planck Institute of Animal Behavior. We've not seen anything like this ever in the animal kingdom. The monkeys' motivation remain under investigation and predominantly unknown. Capuchins are house cat-sized monkeys found in South America and Central America. They have long lives. They're clever and learn new behaviors. One group of capuchins in Panama has even learned to use stone tools to crack open nuts. And for some reason, the capuchins are going into the nest of the howler monkeys and stealing their babies and then not hurting them, bringing them into their own pack. Now, the moment of abduction has not been caught on camera, but the moments shortly after where they're running away with all of these babies has been. And they didn't harm them, but in a lot of cases, the baby howlers died, and they think it was because of poor or malnutrition. Like they just weren't getting what they needed from a mama monkey.
Dude, monkey on monkey violence.
So weird.
Like baboons, when they go after all those little capuchins and eat them and kill them in the
they just, like,
documentaries.
rip them apart,
oh my
dude.
God, they're savage.
It's crazy. A lot of them were too young to be weaned off their mother, but they have no idea what they're doing because they're not eating them, they're not killing them, they're just taking them.
Maybe they're enslaving them and making them do their bidding.
Making them get the coconuts. By the way, you've heard of the show Alone, at least, right?
Yeah.
So the new one, they're always like in the Arctic Circle and all these crazy places. The new one, they're in Africa, which is insane. And everybody's having to deal with baboons. So like they're down on kind of this little ravine and up on the hillside. These baboons, there's only been one episode, but they're just screaming all night long. They want these people out of there. They've warned all of these people that like these baboons are going to come into your camp. You've got to scare them off. They're going to steal your stuff. For a show like that, a new, unique thing that these people have to deal with by fighting off baboons.
They are fierce baboons, and they have such unfortunate looking asses. The baboon ass is like nothing you've ever seen.
Why'd they do that?
Why would God create a creature with such a monstrous ass?
With such an ass like that.
I don't know. Just Google baboon ass.
An ass like that. Can we work through the finer points of something we need to figure out right now?
Sure, buddy.
Do you want to, before we make way for Drew Grab Alive, do you want to tell people about the Chichi Rodriguez, the Folds of Honor Charity Golf Classic?
Well, I'd love to.
Okay, good. Because it's going to be an unforgettable day on the greens, the first annual Budweiser Folds of Honor Charity Golf Classic. It goes down Saturday, June 28th at the Chichi Rodriguez Golf Club. 1 p.m. shotgun start, and it is going to be a day to remember.
Yep. I just saw my buddy Chris from Budweiser, Grape Bay, rather, and he said he's super excited. This is going to be a day like you won't believe, from the Navy SEALs to the parachutes to the fun golf and the ice-cold Budweiser on the course. Sign up at fieldsofhonor.com.
BudGolfClassic.com.
Thank you, John.
There's going to be lunch from
wrong.
Abe's Place, dinner from Fresh Kitchen, and complimentary beverages all day. Play for a cause, swing for a hero, and sign up today at BudGolfClassic.com.
Thank you. 1 p.m. shotgun start, Chichi Rodriguez Golf Club. See you there.
Drew Garabo's going to be out there golfing. You do not want to miss it. Dizzy, thank you. Thank you to Judge Juicy.
Want an update?
Oh, yes. Please give us an update.
How many?
The photo that was the precursor to the video of JoJo's juicy booty being shared on Instagram. We said it needs to get to 1,000 to post it. Where do we stand?
Right now on IG, we are at 465.
Solid.
Dude, that's in like an hour. Less than an hour.
Very solid.
And then, so are we going to go off just Instagram, or are we going to add the two together with Facebook?
You should add the two.
You think we should add the two?
Oh, my God, yeah. They're separate entities.
And that one's high too, right? Over 600?
Yes. The one on the Bone, I think, was at like almost 600 when I saw it.
Damn. So go to the 1025 The Bone social media and,
650.
Throw a like on it. Do not go anywhere. Drew Garabo's got your next keyword so you can get hooked up with cash money. We'll be back tomorrow live, 1 p.m.
Out there and you know some men search for ages.
You're listening to Senning Show on 1025 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. Breaking summer news. All the rooms at the Sky Beach Resort for the Bone Summer Beach Bash are completely sold out. But good news, you can still come out and party for free. Neutral presents the Bone Summer Beach Bash. An entire weekend of awesome events and hanging out with all your favorite people from the Bone. Plus, it's absolutely free to get in. It's all happening July 18th through the 20th at the beautiful Sky Beach Resort in St. Pete, a bayfront oasis with a private beach at the southernmost tip of St. Petersburg in the Skyway District. No matter what you do, don't miss the Bone Summer Beach Bash, presented by Neutral and 1025 The Bone. Real, raw summer. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
2 right lanes still closed on Seminole Boulevard and Ulmerton in St. Pete. If you're heading that direction, definitely expect a slowdown. Now, I'm getting told that the off-ramp Veterans Expressway South Exit 2 is closed right now, and it is causing a backup, so expect a slowdown if you are heading that direction. Bridge is looking great so far, running up to speed and accident-free, and seeing the normal slowdowns on the interstate's Hillsborough side. I'm Ashley with traffic.
You know, it's interesting. Car insurance commercials tend to focus on the simple fixes. A busted windshield, a banged up bumper. What about the human damages like pain and suffering? Farah and Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys won't let big insurance forget about your pain. For a Farah fight, you know who to call. Tampa.
Hey, did you hear the Furman Chevrolet of Brandon Summer Savings event is going on right now? Sounds like a perfect time for a new car to me. You know, Furman Chevy Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 Chevy dealer. They've got Tampa Bay's largest new Chevy inventory to choose from, tariff-free. And Brad Wise and my friends at Furman Chevy Brandon do business the right way. No surprise dealer installed options you're forced to buy. No inflated market adjustments. Go see why they're Tampa Bay's #1 Chevy dealer and Chevrolet's Dealer of the Year. And together, let's drive. Visit them today on Adamo Drive in Brandon or online anytime at FurmanChevy.com.
Tight on cash? Say less. McDonald's under $4 McValue menu comes through. Indulging your sweet tooth or craving something savory? Tired of the same old, same old? Pick from your favorites like a creamy vanilla cone for $1.50 or a small frappe like rich caramel or chocolatey mocha for just $3.50. Quick snack breaks to late night cravings and everything in between. Mickey D's comes through. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
It doesn't matter where in the world you are, when you eat McDonald's fries, you're home. Day or night, rain, shine, good day or bad, there's something about golden, crispy, medium fries that feels like everything is going to be okay. And now I can get them for free when I spend $1 on any order in the McDonald's app. A deal so good, might as well pair with a classic quarter pounder with cheese or the iconic Big Mac. Get a little taste of home with Mickey D's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid through 7/31/25 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a week. Must opt into rewards. Excludes tax.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Good Greek Moving and Storage is going to make your next move smooth and easy. They offer full packing and unpacking, packing supplies if you want to do it yourself, debris and junk removal. Good Greek can also be used during storms, renovations, and more. Auto transport if you're shipping a car, all moving-related services, and everything is done in-house. This is the world's only full-service relocation company. Go to goodgreek.com to set them up today.
School is out and summer is here. Wherever you plan your summer vacation, make Crown Honda your first stop and drive a new Honda Pilot $479 per month or a new Honda Accord Hybrid just $359 per month. Test drive your new Honda today at Crown Honda, online at crownhonda.com. The better way to buy and service. Call 800-509-4942 for complete details.
Jersey College is a nursing school where faculty know how to give you the resources and support you need with encouragement and real connection.
Hi, my name is Ebony and I'm a graduate of Jersey College. I felt like Jersey College truly cared about me. This experience was a life changer for me. It's a great feeling. You have to try. Don't doubt yourself. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Classes are enrolling now at our campuses in Tampa, Largo, Brooksville, Naples, and Port Charlotte. Apply now at jerseycollege.edu.
School is out and summer is here. Wherever you plan your summer vacation, make Crown Kia your first stop during the Kia Summer Sales Event. Drive a new Kia K4, just $219 a month, or a new Kia Sportage with a special low 1.9 APR. Test drive your new Kia today at Crown Kia. The better way to buy and service. Call 1-800-371-0942 for complete details.
Fence Outlet has helped our customers keep children and pets safe with quality fences for over 30 years. Now is the time to install your Fence Outlet fence. Visit fenceoutlet.com today to set up your free estimate and discover our wide selection of fencing options. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
There's a lot of great things happening in June at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. A $20,000 blackjack tournament. $150,000 bonus time slot tournament. You could win a 2025 Mercedes CLE 300 in a drawing and $150,000 hot seat power winners. And new Unity members by Hard Rock receive a limited time t-shirt and up to $200 on us. Gambling, great restaurants like Suppresso and Council Oak, the Rez, and the Hard Rock Cafe. Stop in at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino and tell them Mike Calta sent you.
High interest rates and higher prices may be the norm everywhere else, but not at International Diamond Center. IDC's rolling back prices and taking interest rates all the way to zero. It's true. Now, for a limited time on virtually any purchase, you can spread your payments over 5 years with 0.0 interest. Get the best price on any piece of jewelry right now. Divide that by 60, and that's your super low monthly payment till the year 2030. Designer engagement rings as low as $50 a month. Diamond earrings as low as $45 a month. Wedding